Fuck yeah, let's go. Let's celebrate the new year, guys. Come on. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Ow, my mouth. I was trying to blow.
Hooray!
So we're gonna do what we normally do, which is talk about what has come out this year, which is definitely gonna be shorter than last year's, and then we're gonna go over our 2022 predictions.
Wait, is that? I feel like more shit came out this year than last year.
Yeah.
Last year we had big COVID. What came out last year? Doom and Animal Crossing.
I don't remember what the fuck we talked about.
Exactly, because nothing came
No, but I feel like everything got delayed to 2022 this year.
No, what? All right, Pokemon, Resident Evil. Help me out, Neil. You're blowing it. Age of Empires. What else came out?
Nier Replicant.
Nier Replicant. Thank you.
You said Pokemon, right?
Yeah, I said Pokemon. What else came out?
Guilty
Battle.
Gear. No,
Yeah,
Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear, Battlefield, Call of Duty, Halo. Nothing came out this year. That's the big one.
It's definitely more, right? Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
Monster Hunter Rise.
Hitman 3, Monster Hunter Rise. It Takes Two.
You know what? Eat my heart out. Whatever.
No game. Oh wait, Genshin came out last year.
Yeah.
Genshin was last year.
It do be like that.
I guess, and we don't have Brandon here because so I'm not going to mention any of the new characters. I mean, I guess I'll mention Shogun came out for Genshin.
Oh, Poggies.
That was cool.
See,
my mouth hurts from trying to blow like a whistle.
I can't whistle with my fingers. I can do it without them.
Fuck.
I can do that noise again though.
So. Anyways, yeah, things came out this year.
Yep.
So before I guess
the Guardians game.
I really want to talk about that. So before we get into it, I do just want to mention we had 3 Smash characters come out this year.
We had 3 Smash characters come out this year.
We did.
Yeah.
So that would be Pyramithra. It's technically 4. Pyramithra, Kazuya,
and Spora.
I guess for me the most hype was.
I missed a character.
For me, probably the most hype was Sora because he was number 1 of the ballot, and my least favorite was Kazuya, because Tekken I'm not really a big fan of.
My least favorite was Kazuya. Most hype was Pyramithra because I didn't think they'd do that.
Neither did I. I'm very shocked. I thought they got the Nintendo character out of the way, and I was just like, we're not getting another Nintendo character. Yeah, right. And we ended up getting Pyramithra, and I was like, oh, that's cool.
What about you, Neil? Who's your hype and least hype for the Smash characters of this year?
Probably my most hype Pyramithra, because I actually played them and bought them. I didn't buy the other ones.
You did. What was your least one?
I don't know. Probably Kazuya, probably.
Yeah. Just figured I'd mention it. Just figured we'd mention it, and now we could.
Oh, guilty.
Any other DLC things you guys want to mention of games that didn't come out this year?
I was gonna say Guilty Gear DLC.
Yeah, we could talk. I mean, we're gonna get to Guilty Gear.
I don't know. I don't play games that have DLC.
I didn't play games.
That's fair. Yeah.
I don't do things.
I think I played a single. I don't think I actually finished. I played one game that came out this year, and I
We're gonna
finished.
talk about it.
That's it.
Trails.
Tails.
Yeah.
Right. That's the
That's what I
Trails
meant. That's what I
didn't
meant.
come out.
Played and finished.
But I forgot
That came out
Hajimari
this year.
didn't come out this year. So he didn't even come out this year for Japan, and it's still not here for America.
Yeah.
L.
So first off, let's go with Scott Pilgrim came out.
That game's been out.
No, the remake of it came out.
That's cool.
For newer platforms.
It is cool. It was impossible to play for a little while.
Yeah.
Because it was an Xbox Live only game, and they took it off Xbox Live.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you don't buy digital. But I do anyway, because I don't take my own advice.
Yeah. I think it's really cool that you can play it now.
Yeah. It's cool. Scott Pilgrim is a cool comic and an even cooler movie.
Yeah, I got it for my Switch. I mean, I may never play it, but I have it for my Switch. I just wanted to have it.
You know what it is? It's neat.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah, that's why. I own 5 fighting games. I'm gonna play 2 maybe, and the rest just
Melty Blood. that
Yeah.
came out this year.
Oh yeah, I
We'll
can't beat
put it on there. Yes, you beat the fighting game. Congratulations.
There's a story mode.
Who does? I've never done a story mode in a fighting game in my life.
Fake fan.
I'm actually with Neil on this one.
I've done some.
I
space, I guess.
rustled through that 4-hour Strive cutscene.
It's just a cutscene.
That's true, you did. Then we have the Hitman. We have Hitman 3, which I bring up because of our Lord and Savior Atrioc.
Big Egg, Lizzie
Big
Hands,
Egg.
Brandon Ewing.
Yep. Do we have anything to say on the game? Other than our Lord and Savior
It's
Atrioc?
fun to watch Atrioc play it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd play it otherwise.
No.
I kind of want to play it.
I have no interest in playing it, but it's
I think it's cool.
cool.
I used to watch Mike play the older Hitman games a lot.
Then we have Atelier Ryza 2 came out this year.
Isn't that the one with the thick-thighed chick?
Yeah.
Yeah, that weren't you gonna pre-order it for her?
I was, but then I didn't like the game.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Damn.
Game
Imagine.
first, waifu thighs second.
Imagine.
Imagine not buying a game for a waifu.
Honestly,
you,
right?
You fake
Can't
consumer.
relate.
I am, you're right. I'll just shack off
Bye.
to her instead.
Bye.
Buy. What is it? Did you ever see the movie They Live?
No.
It's like this, like, all the rich people are really like aliens, and the guy wears sunglasses,
Oh, yeah.
and all the billboards just say, consume, buy, reproduce. Consume!
Buy, reproduce. It says there's a ReZero game that came out. Was that just like a new game?
It's like the visual novel in Japan. I think we got it too, actually. No, yeah, we did.
Good, bad.
I have no idea. I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
As the resident ReZero fan, I can tell you.
Yes.
I don't know anything
ahead,
about that
Jack.
game.
Well, you gotta pay for that part.
Yeah, I legit forgot it existed until you mentioned it.
All right.
I remembered.
I pay you an unconditional love, but whatever.
Thank you.
Then it says East 9 came out here.
Oh yeah,
Mister, I didn't
that
play
was
anything new this year.
That was,
Well, here.
That did feel like 10
yeah,
years ago.
here
that's
this
why I
year.
forgot because Japan had it for like a fucking year.
Weeaboo.
But yeah, what?
Weeaboo.
Ha! He's making fun of you because you played something from another
that
country.
Game was fire.
Nerd.
That game was fire.
So talk about it. We've never talked
This
about
is
it on
the
this series. We never talked about it on the channel. Go ahead, talk about it.
You don't want to play it. It's so good.
I do want to play it.
Literally, you played 8. I forgot.
Yes!
I forgot.
I loved 8.
It's
a great game.
Heath is like the greatest action JRPG of all time. Well, it is actually the progenitor of like that genre. Essentially,
It is.
it's super good. It's like. It's
I would argue that Yakuza is a better action RPG. but, you know,
no. See, that's
yeah.
different. That's different. No, I'm
Yeah.
talking about like action RPGs in the purest form of like just adventure and killing things. That's it.
Adventure.
You know what I'm saying?
Adventure and kill.
That's what I'm like. That's like more like story focused. But like yeah. Anyway.
But Dame, Neil.
Yeah.
Dame.
But you don't know. Those games are like amazing. They're some of the most fun like games I've ever played. They're so fun. And that's about it.
Don't want to talk anything else about East 9?
other
in
than
general?
it's one of the greatest action RPGs. It's so
When-
good. So good.
When I get to it, Neil, I'll ask you for your hobby.
Yeah. Like for me, I ended up liking East 8 more because I enjoyed its story and characters. Like story especially. I think I might have liked 9's characters more, but other than like Donna, I love her so much. But
Maybe we'll see Donna come back.
yeah. But overall, like 8 is still my favorite East game. Most people, I think that's generally the consensus. Some people do prefer 9 more. I think 9 is so good. Like it's crazy how they put out East 8 and then 9 after that, and it's like how do you masterpiece? It's
And we'll
masterpiece.
not get anything for its anniversary.
Because East 10, like it's masterpiece. The expectations are so high. Like
I think we're just going to get remasters of each.
probably, but because I feel like
Worldwide?
if there was gonna be a new game, they would have announced it.
Yeah.
And they already have a Kiseki game coming out.
Yes. Cool. Doggies.
It's amazing. 10 out of 10.
Next, we have Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. That came out this year.
Sure did.
It did. Super Saiyan Mario.
So yes, I played it, so I can talk about it. I didn't get it full price because I got like some money for Christmas, so I got like $45. Like I didn't spend I only spent like $15 on it. What can I say about this game? I think it's really cool if we go, instead of making 2D Mario, which, let's be real, it's kind of everything's been overdone by now. I think just moving into the 3D world setting is a good idea, and I think moving into like the Bowser's Fury side of it might be good. I think it was like a good demo of what they could do, of what they could be. It's neat. I don't know. That's my critique of it. I mean, I guess it's like the game as a whole for me 7, just because I played it. But
Scathing critique.
Just because I think it's like a bit short for Bowser's Fury. I think overall together it's probably an 8.5 with Super Mario 3D World, because that game is like I really like that game, 3D World. I just think it's fun. Persona 5 Strikers came out this year? That's not true.
For us, I think. Japan had it like 2 years ago or something.
Fuck Dynasty Warriors.
That was just because like Alice didn't want to bring it to the West for some reason. There's so much fan outcry and they finally got it. It's just like...
It says Yakuza Like a Dragon came out this year, but I swear it came out last year.
Maybe in Japan it came out last year,
launched,
but here we got it, that's probably it.
But it didn't launch for It didn't launch for PS5. It launched or PS4. It only launched for. This says Windows, Xbox, and Series S. But I thought that only launched. I thought that launched day 1 on November. But whatever. I cannot wait to play that game. That's all.
Don't you have like 3 or 4 more games to get through?
I do. I have them downloaded.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. Well, I'm trying to beat Guardians and Halo because I started them. And I was playing through Rise, which I guess we'll get to because it's almost on our list. It might be next on our list, actually. Hold on.
Apparently the reason it's saying 2021 is because a version of it, subtitled International, was released in 2021. Initially it was released on January 2020.
Oh, I see.
I see.
So
Is it
also,
our next thing?
So PlayStation probably got it.
They got it a week.
Whatever.
Where's Monster? Okay, we're gonna talk about Monster Hunter Rise because, but there is a game because these came out on the same day. Monster Hunter Rise, like I was playing a bit of it. It wants you to play the side stuff before you get to the main story. Because I was playing through like the main story and I was struggling. Because like I couldn't upgrade my weapon, and not only that, but like I was trying to lock on to things and it wouldn't let me. It was very sad.
That is sad.
Yeah.
Then again, I guess they probably do that because like Monster Hunter's all about the gameplay loops.
It's always about
they
the
probably,
grind, yeah.
Yes, they probably want to like condition you to play that way. So they're like, let's not make it easy for them to beat the main game. Like they want you to be like, I gotta do all this side stuff, and in doing so, you'll be like, well, what armor could I get? And then, you know, you do the grind stuff, and then you're like, oh, I guess I'll do a story mission now. And then they're like, we've gotten you in the loop.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna have to be conditioned to that, and I will... Yeah. It's gonna be better when, like, I'm doing more, like, school stuff next week for, like, my final, because, like, okay, I could do a little side thing that will take me 10 minutes, and then I can go back to my work.
Right.
But this week, no, because I'm trying not to do too much because of the booster.
Right.
So, and my arm still hurts. So I played more Guardians in that game. I love, and I'll get to that because we're in March. Ball in Wonderland came out.
Best game of the year, you know?
Yep.
Game of the year.
Game of the year.
Only number 2 on the worst games. So, you know, by definition, best game.
True. It was voted number 2 on Metacritic as it's like number 2 least, like, up there for, what do you call it? It's number 2, like, least, critically acclaimed game of the year. It was like One of the worst.
Yeah, because it sucks.
And it caused seizures, a lot of seizures. It was glitchy and laggy, and yeah. Anything else to say on that game?
Nope. I knew it was going to be bad.
Let's see, there's Outriders. We don't need to talk about that. Oh, that's Stadia. Oddworld, we don't gotta talk about it. Mario died so Pac-Man could live.
Yep.
That came out this year. You can't tell me I'm wrong. I know I'm right.
For what again, sorry?
Pac-Man 99.
Yeah.
Okay. We are at Near Replicant.
Ha! It's my time to shine.
I played it. I beat it.
I know. What, are you the resident Nier fan that has beaten it?
Yes.
Or he did beat it, that's right.
And Autonoma.
He did.
I'll be a Replicant eventually. I was gonna be like, I'll beat it by the end of the year.
You've got a week.
In
beat
no
it in a
time.
week.
Or drive to play.
Nier is a phenomenal game. Replicant is incredible.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Amazing story, characters, soundtrack. Gameplay is good. It could be better, but if you want to play a better Nier game, you can play Autonoma.
I'm not like too big of a fan of the loop. Cause like you play like the game kind of over and over. Like I get there's like a new story with it.
Yeah, that's not too fun, I will admit, but also like you can do it in like a day. Once you've beaten the second ending, it took me 2 hours to beat the game again.
You can.
And then you just go through it. And I don't know, there's a comfort in then just being like, alright, I'm just gonna get more. Autonoma is a better game, but the story is so good. And the characters are so good. I just love it.
I don't have comfort in the same.
Well, no, it's
you're
just.
Mentioning?
Well, no, I'm saying like because it's like you've done it. By the time it gets boring, you literally can just autopilot it. You only have to do it 3 times, and on the 3rd time, that's where the least things change, and you're like, all right, I'm already over leveled for the whole game, so I can just speed run it. I got to the point where the final boss or the second to last final boss, I could literally hold triangle, take out its entire health bar, hold triangle again, and once it got up, do it again, because you have to kill it like 20 times. I could just do that. So I'm like, this is great. It's like just set aside a night.
I just think I'm more or less doomed to be confused by his writing.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good though. Even the parts of the stuff that's only in that game is just super good.
Like,
yeah, I want to talk to you about that. Oh my god, it's like the whole game is good, but the ending, you're literally like, especially you'll be like.
Yeah, I mean, like there are like parts of like there are parts of Autonoma I like. It's just I just think I myself am doomed to just not get it, or just not enjoy it. But
it's just such a good game. And also, if you read the art book from the original game, you are actually technically spoiled on ending E, because that's what the ending is.
You are.
But it does change things. It changes enough. And it's interesting that way.
I have to be
I do have to admit, though, even though I'm not too, like, it's not my thing, I do think the ending's really cool.
The ending is so cool. And also,
the end part. Like, the ending itself, I'm like, but the end part, like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I consider that the ending. That's the ending. And then the ending is included in that. The final leg of the race.
I don't know how
the dungeon, the final dungeon.
Yes, I think that what that is actually kind of cool.
It's not kind of cool, it's very cool. And also, what game do you know that gets all the principal cast to say thank you for playing at the end?
That is pretty high.
Because when you beat it, the game tells you, it's like, oh, special thing unlocked in the extras, and it's a black screen, and it's all the main characters in character trying to set up a thank you for playing, and they cannot get it right.
That's so funny.
It's true. It's really funny.
It's so cute at the end too, because they get everyone. They get both Niers, Kaine, Emil.
Is my phone still over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go get it for you.
Yeah, thank you.
I will probably beat it. That is the next game I'm playing. It's just when I get to playing games.
You know what we should do?
Mm-hmm.
We should just force you to play games when you come over.
I think we should just tie Neil to a chair and make him play Nier.
I agree.
I want to talk to you about it.
I
Is this what it was like when I was playing Autonoma? You're
Yeah,
just like,
and Chaos Child, and
true, you're just like, just play the fucking game. You're like, just fucking sit down and play it.
Alright. So, we have new Pokemon Snap came out. Yeah. And it looks better than any than the mainline Pokemon
That
game.
is a little funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a fair comparison, but it's true.
It's funny. And that's why I wanted to bring it up. Next we have Resi Village.
I can attest to this.
Talk about it, kiddo.
I have not beaten it. I've actually only killed one of the main bosses. I just never get around to playing it. But it's a great game. It is very good. It's
Do you think that it deserves to be up there for Game of the Year nomination?
1,000,000%.
Million?
Yeah, it's like everything that 7 is, but better, while also trying to be different. Like, 7 is very much like, let's go back to being a shit-your-pants scary mystery, where this game is like, it's like, alright, at this point, you get the gist. Like, it's still going to be scary, but more in, like, a thriller. Like, you know, I gotta get away from these fucking werewolves rather than what the fuck is happening to me kind of fear. And that's what I like. It's a horror movie. It's a really, really good horror movie that also plays good. It's Resident Evil, and Resident Evil's cool. Capcom did not know that for a while, but Resident Evil is cool.
Fuck Capcom. Anyway.
Fuck Capcom.
Actually, Resi is in my predictions for next year, so I do
Fuck
know that
Capcom.
for a fact.
If that's true, fuck Capcom. Swear to God. I want one game.
That's also in my
I want
predictions.
one fucking game, and I'll shut the fuck up. I'll never have to. I don't have to utter the words Capcom. God damn it.
So, I forgot about this game, and I was just like, I thought it came out earlier, and it's Game of the Year. It's the Game of the Year this year. It Takes Two.
Mm-hmm.
It is a lovely game. It's super neat.
It's literally the kiddie version of A Way Out.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. That's what I thought too. Like, it is really similar to that game. In like,
It's literally the same thing.
It's because it's by the same developers.
yeah,
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn, they gotta...
Yeah, the guy that accepted
I
the
know who
award
he
was the
is.
one that stuck the middle finger
Yeah, I
about A
think
Way
it's
Out.
such a like cool like concept though. Just having like a story where like you play as two different people and you need two players for it. I think it's
Yeah.
cool.
I think it's super cool.
Like it makes it very difficult to play.
Yeah,
You don't have
right.
anyone else
That's
to
why
play
I'm
with.
like...
It's actually impossible
Because
to
I'm like...
play, but
Lego Star Wars had it the best. You could play one player or two player.
You could... I think you can't... Can you? No.
No, like
I
it
don't
like Takes Two. You need two players
It
because the
literally
story
says in
doesn't
the
function
title.
without two people.
But like, because you can't like switch between
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
The
But it's
title
just-
literally is It Takes Two.
I just think it's such a super cool concept, and like the way it controls is just like really nice.
Yeah, I watched
I watched Connor and Iron Mouse play.
Ludwig and Cutie play.
I watched Ludwig and Cutie play some of it. I watched the Game Rooms play some of it, and I watched Saikuno and Valkyrie play some of it. And I just think it's really cool. Just to bring this up, Famicom Detective Club came out.
That's a game that I was actually pretty interested in.
Yep.
I haven't gotten it, but
Don't play
seems like a
video
cool
games.
game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Maybe you should.
Probably will eventually. It's not going anywhere. The game's digital only anyway.
That's true.
So
What else came out this year?
Let's see. We got
we're in June
Knockout
now, right?
City. We're almost in June. We're in May.
Oh, Jesus, it's a lot.
Biomutant came out. We're in June. Ghosts and Goblins got a remake or a resurrection. It says, "Fuck Capcom." Neil,
Yeah, fuck.
you don't even
I'm
want to say
ignoring
it?
Capcom.
Ignore it.
The moment I'm like Capcom game, I'm
Radar.
like no. I refuse.
Virtua Fighter 5 came out.
That's cool, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, Jack's favorite game of all time, DC Superhero Girls.
Oh my god.
Teen Power.
June 4th, 2021, the world was changed.
It was,
Yeah.
yeah.
I thought that game still wasn't out. I'll be honest.
You know,
I thought-
I'm a little annoyed with myself that I can't remember definitions for a final, but I can remember the release date of a DC video game I've never fucking played.
Final Fantasy got its DLC with Intergrade.
Oh yeah.
That's a game I'll probably play
Yuffie?
eventually one day.
You should play it. It's really cool. And oh, they came out. Wow, this is actually a stacked day. This is June 11th. Game Builder Garage, Guilty Gear Strive,
Oh yeah.
That's the one I knew.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart,
Oh damn.
Oh wow.
and Jedi Fallen Order got its next gen releases.
That's cool though.
That is cool.
That's actually a stacked day. So we'll start with the least type, going to most. Game Builder Garage is kind of cool.
Yeah.
No one talks about it.
No one talks about it. It's cool that like Nintendo gives you the tools, but in reality, no one's making a game like that.
Yeah.
I mean, like.
Tell you right now.
Yeah.
You need to like specify it. Like that's why Mario Maker worked, because it was like you can make Mario levels, and
Yep.
it's like, but it's like you can make a video game. It's like, all right, no, you can make a Flash game.
Exactly.
You can't make fucking Call of Duty.
Yeah, and like I think it's not like Dream. I think it's called Dreams or Dream on PS4, where you can actually make like a game compared to.
I think it works because it's like simple enough for kids to like
Yeah.
make simple games. They're not gonna think of fucking. I'm gonna make Spider-Man or something.
Sure.
That's the kids aren't gonna be able to do that.
I think that's why like
agree.
people like latched onto it, because they're like, you can literally make anything, and it's like, then you know they're like, it's not for us.
Yeah. Then Ratchet and Clank came out. I thought it was really cool that like
I didn't know it was out.
that you could just like because of the solid state drive, you could just like kind of go into the portals like instantly.
Right.
And I think it's good in execution. I just think like the game I think the game underperformed
Yeah.
from what I remember.
Did you play it?
No, I mean like in terms of sales, I never played it.
Okay.
From what I remember.
That's why I asked, because I was like, I don't remember you playing, because I was like, oh.
No. Also, I think Returnal came out at some point this year, but I didn't like it that much. It's like the game where like it was for like PS5, and like you would be like, if you died, it would take you to like a different like seeded world, which is kind of cool, but
A roguelike, essentially.
yeah. And then like a 3D roguelike, which is interesting, but let's talk about the real meat and potatoes, because Jedi Fallen Order is literally at like a 2-year-old game. We don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, it's a port.
Yep. Guilty Gear Strive, baby.
The best fighting game of 2021.
Was there a fighting?
What was its competition?
Melty Blood. And
Yeah, but
what? Let me look at it, because it won that award.
it did because
Look
I mean, if
it
you look
up.
at the other options, like
I can only
That game
attest to
had it
the
in the
music
back.
because I've listened to the whole soundtrack, and like, and I have a story about Guilty Gear Strive. But I just want to attest to this. The music is absolutely god tier. Like even its worst song, I guarantee you, is better than some video games' best song.
Do you guys want to know what its competition was?
yeah.
So we have the winner, Guilty Gear Strive.
Melty Blood,
Melty Blood Type Lumia.
which is on there.
I'm going to go in order of what I think had the next chance. Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl.
Yeah.
We will talk about that.
Demon Slayer.
Yup. Let's go 3D arenas, baby! Yeah! And then what was the other one?
Virtual Fighter 5.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
If
Not
Guilty
winning.
Gear, yeah. Guilty Gear was
Guilty
the
Gear
only choice.
lost.
If Guilty Gear lost, bro.
No, what? Imagine if Guilty Gear
That's
lost.
what I had to fucking riot.
Guilty Gear lost to loses to Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god, no.
That'd be
There's
funny.
no way. Because you know why? Because Guilty Gear was on there, and that was basically calling all Blaze Blue, Grand Blue, DNF, and Guilty Gear fans.
Literally, dude. Like,
Whenever an Arxis game is nominated...
Or DBF.
Yeah, and Dragon Ball Fight. When Arxis games are announced, so long as they're not fighting each other, they are like...
yeah.
Because they're like, we just want Arxis to do good.
And plus, it's like they all have like a similar
Flow to them.
Yeah, so it's like
I forgot Melty Blood's
But the
actually fun.
music
No.
is.
French bread. They made Under Night.
Music, God tier. If you guys want to talk about anything else other than the music.
The game looks fucking beautiful.
It does.
It's a great looking game.
It's animated very well.
It
It
is.
plays very fun. It's
Yep.
very much simplified compared to Revelator.
Yeah.
I personally like that. I'm still kind of new to fighting games, so I kind of like how it's like simpler. And I mean, I hope they would, they could add like more stuff to it to make it somewhat more complex.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's only so much. Like I don't think it'll ever be like
Crazy, yeah.
like Exert, for example.
Like I think one of the reasons it's called Strive is just because like you really you can just play the game and strive. You know,
Yeah.
it's not hard.
Yeah, because
It's
Yeah.
easy to learn.
because
But I like that.
Yeah, it's,
Because,
Yeah.
like, look at Smash. That's an easy game to learn, but it's hard to master. But that's
Yeah, but,
because
like-
Smash has more stuff going on than Strive does, so it's like...
like Smash like movement for like people who've never played Smash is actually difficult.
Yeah.
Like having good movement in Smash is like the most important thing, and like
Improvement.
it's hard.
So
You have to make so many reasons.
But
Smash is so hard.
I like Strive. I wish it had more characters.
Yeah.
which we will get.
Yeah, but so far the character choices have been okay. They've been good.
Yeah.
Negative. Woohoo.
I'd say the DLCs have been good picks so far.
Yeah.
So we have Gold Lewis Dickinson, which
He's a new character.
he's a new character. I really like his song.
It is
um,
good.
You guys haven't listened.
He's cool. He's in terms of gameplay, he's not good.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
He's fine. All the characters are fine.
We got Jacko.
That Jacko's my main. I love her. She's fun to play.
We got Happy Chaos,
Who's another new character.
another new character. I think it's cool.
And then
And we're getting Baiken.
yep, and
Yep.
then the leak is the last character is Slayer, which is
Slayer.
he's a vampire.
I think I don't know,
Is-
like
I'll say it, lame.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all out of characters I like, so I've been since the game came
I wanted
out.
Sin, Elfel, Johnny,
Actually, Dizzy would be hype.
Dizzy.
That's probably the only other character that's not already in the game that I'm like.
Oh, what about Cum? Cum Tae-hoon.
True, of course.
oh my god.
The only heavyweight I'll ever play.
Coom. No, his name is Coom, but
I would
We're not calling him Cum.
I would like
Cum Tae-hoon.
I would like to share a story about Guilty Gear Strive.
Okay.
Because I don't remember if I mentioned this on like recording. I remember when this game was announced back in 2019,
Yeah.
Evo. Me and Nick were watching it, and we were like, "Oh, this is so cool," and everything. And I remember mentioning it to the both of you, and I believe both of your reactions were eh.
Yeah, because I don't remember seeing Guilty Gear before.
I don't remember. Yeah.
But I'll stand by it.
Yep.
Guilty Gear was mid until I liked it.
Yep.
All series are bad until I enjoy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guilty Gear's always been a game that I respected, but I never was interested in playing because, you know.
And I was just like, "Oh yeah," and I remember being the one earlier this year saying, "I think I'm gonna get it," and then you guys were like, "Eh," and then you played it.
I played
You played Exerd.
Exerd, yeah.
And you really liked it.
And then I got Neil into it.
And then
Neil
you
just
got
kind of got
Neil.
I
into
just got
it.
the only reason I got Exerd because you were playing Exerd. I'm like, a chance to play a fighting game. Let's go, and then
Yep.
so I got it. But then Strive, and I was like, well,
Like,
I
yeah,
just-
I
it made it
remember
way
when we
easier.
were playing this song and dance. Like, are you gonna get Strive? Am I gonna get Strive? I'm gonna get Strive.
And I believe, and this is all hypothetical, if Smash was to get another season, I think Guilty Gear would have been on that, would have been
Maybe,
a character. Because who's left in terms of fighting game characters that they would say no to because of Scorpion, or because of Mortal Kombat being too gory.
Ragnar the Blood Edge.
Ragnar would be so
So I would say it would probably be
That's
That
Blade
Soul
Blade.
would probably
Soul.
Yeah, Soul would probably get it.
It would be
first.
so because Guilty Gear's.
and that
The
mu-
OG.
imagine
Which is so sad.
hold up, imagine Strive's music
Yeah,
in
Oh.
Smash.
that'd be something.
That'd be imagine like we put in Love the Subhuman Self. You know?
Oh, that'd be hype.
We can
Titleist
only
in 2 fighting games.
one day we
Yes!
can only hope for Smash 6
Yeah.
in 7 years.
I'm in.
You know what? I'm excited, but I really, 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 and I mean this with every fiber in my being, the only game I want to lose to Bandit Bringer to is in Guilty Gear. I really don't want to play Smash and go, did I just get arcade by the Bandit Bringer?
It won't be
What's
as bad
Bandit
as
Bringer?
it is.
It's just a move they spam, because Soul's really good, and so, like, the people just spam this one move where he goes, Bandito Bringer!
It won't be as bad though like in like
True.
because it's really only bad in Strive because
It's not bad in Exert.
because it just does ridiculous damage. It's for some reason safe half the time. It's like it's
Soul's
just
whole character in Strive is just he's ridiculous.
yeah. He's what the hell is this? What is this Far S I think with the punch.
Yeah.
Far S. Why? No, it does not look. Why it doesn't look like a Far S? Why is it safe? And why does it combo into itself?
Do you remember how people reacted when Soul went from S to A tier?
Oh yeah, that was
They're like,
so...
he's bad. He's the worst character now.
It's over.
There's
My
like
career's done.
There's a great meme. It's Spider-Man. He's going, no! And then it's someone dragging Soul from S tier to A.
Oh my
So,
god.
It's like back then he was still better than Nago. There was just no S tier character. Now it's Nago.
Yeah, it's just because he's a new character. People haven't figured him out yet, but
Exactly.
now they figured him out.
It is funny
He's
how
crazy.
little new characters there are in Strive.
Yeah,
Nago,
there's-
Giovanna. Those are the only 2 new characters in the main roster.
Yeah.
And then Gold Lewis and Happy Chaos.
Yep.
4 out of, 18 characters?
That's because the roster is small and the rest of them are basically base roster characters.
Yeah.
I think they just all of them are. Like they're all from original OG Guilty Gear.
Everyone except Ram
Yeah.
and Eno.
Right. Yeah, not that's right.
And who else? Yeah, no, everyone else is.
Everyone else is.
May, Axel, Sol Kai, Chip, Milia,
Sato.
Sato.
Chip,
all from
used
original.
napkin, Penny.
Faust.
Oh,
Yeah, Faust.
Yeah,
Like they're all
Chip Penny.
from OG Guilty Gear.
Is there anyone else? Angie.
Yeah. Oh, he's
He's from 2.
from 2. That's right.
But also Angie's a fan favorite.
Apparently.
Yeah, right? They're like manga readers. They just come out.
I've never heard anyone talk about Angie before.
Fan stripper.
let's go.
People want what's the dude the yo-yos or whatever like
That's cool.
I think he uses yo-yos right like that looks like a girl
Oh, what's his name? Let me look it up.
but people want him in the game.
While you look it up, I'm gonna try the transition away because we got to talk about the rest of
Bridget.
the games this year.
Bridget
Yeah, Bridget uses yo-yos.
That's cool.
and is a dude.
That's for a long time. That's what Guilty Gear was famous for. Was Bridget
Bridget.
That's great.
in the drought. Anyway, Guilty Gear best fighting game
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
of 2021.
Now 2 games
Yes.
on the same day. That's
Okay.
interesting. Mario Golf and Scarlet Nexus.
What was Scarlet Nexus?
It's like
It was
action
like-
RPG by Bandai Namco.
Yeah. So basically, they're kind of like
They're bread and butter.
yeah.
Yeah.
Scarlet Nexus looked cool, but like I never
The
played
eighth
it.
action anime game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shocker.
It's not based off an anime, but
Yeah.
it has
The anime
now.
style.
It doesn't
No.
have it doesn't have
Scarlet Nexus looks cool. I don't know if I'm ever gonna play it. I think it's on Game Pass, but I could be
I
wrong.
think so.
Yeah. I don't know if it ever got taken off.
I'm
but-
not into it honestly.
Yeah.
It's like a bare bones fucking action RPG by Bandai Namco.
Shocker.
I know, right?
Shocker.
Like if it's not Tales of, I'm sorry, but you lost me.
If it's not Tales of, it's just gonna be another anime.
Yeah, Tales of technically is that, but Tales of is awesome. So gets a pass.
Then we got Mario Golf Super Rush, which actually looks cool, but like I feel like $60 for it is too much.
Yeah, I will never forget you saying he looks like Trump.
He does.
That's what golfers wear.
Yeah, it's funny though. Like the people like they agree with that sentiment. It's like $6 is too much. They say a lot about a lot of Nintendo games. People say a lot about like they did Metroid, fucking
Link's Awakening remake.
Link's Awakening remake.
Oh, you guys just reminded me. I had a dream the other night where modern day video games were $90.
You know what's sad? We're gonna get to that day.
Maybe one day.
Oh God.
They were like I bought like some random ass game and it was like $93 and I was like, damn, I miss when they were 60.
It's
Oh no, I remember in the dream I said I miss when they were 70 because it had been it was such a price jump.
Oh.
It went to 70 and I was like, that's reasonable compared to 90.
yeah.
Because it is going to 70, which is
It's honestly a miracle that the game has been $60 for so long.
It really is.
Ignoring inflation, that's like not. Honestly, the price should have increased, but they didn't
Yeah, they haven't.
because they were
also
like
blame 2K for that because they started charging NBA games for.
they started it, but I think it was gonna happen anyway.
Games
Yeah.
were also expensive back in the day too.
Yeah,
like
they were.
SNES games were like $50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, look at SNES games.
Yeah.
And $50
Dude,
back
Super Mario
then?
World was like a $50 game.
Yeah, $50 back then was a lot.
That's like over $100 probably.
Yeah.
No.
That's money.
Yeah,
Money in the bank.
Imagine.
Now they're way cheaper, in a sense.
Yeah.
For what you're getting.
Yeah. Next up, we have the Skyward Sword. We have Skyward Sword HD.
We're moving on.
Same thing.
I wish that they had. It had so much potential.
No, it didn't. It's fucking Skyward Sword.
I wish they
But
just.
it could have played. It could have played better.
I wish it was just a different
It could've
video
played
game, and they were like, "Yeah, we're not re-releasing Skyward Sword. We're disappointed by this."
I mean, it's fine. You gotta release it eventually. You know
They
what?
should have just re-released it, and then halfway through it just turns into Adventure of Link.
Yeah, it's never gonna be good. It's fucking Skyward Sword.
Then we got what I consider the greatest release, greatest Pokemon game of all time. Pokemon Unite. Pokemon League.
Oh,
of
Pokemon
Legends.
League.
League, baby.
Remember when Nick was like, "Oh, it looks cool," and then he's like, "Yeah, never mind."
Yeah, now it literally was League without the toxic community because you can't do
Just
voice
can't,
chat.
they won't let you.
Also, like, it's like super money hungry. It's like bad.
It's toxic in a different way.
Yeah,
Super bad.
It's worse than League. And League is League.
Yep. Then we had Neo, The World Ends With You.
Oh, yeah.
That's a game I do want to play eventually.
How do you feel about it, Neil? Talk
Honestly,
about it.
I don't know. I haven't played it, but I've heard that it has stuff to do with the original as well, which is hype for me. I do want to play it eventually. It looks good. I've played the demo a bit and it was fun. So
They had a game called Boyfriend Dungeon come out.
I heard about this. It was on Atriac's most anticipated games.
I agree with that. 12 minutes came. I forgot about that.
That's a cool game.
Have you,
I watched the Atriac video.
We
so
actually watched the trailer, the
It's
first trailer
so
for that
good.
together.
We did.
We did.
You know what I remember saying? I was like, damn, they made 2 games a big thing about dying and coming back. But let me tell you, Deathloop is the lamest fucking game on the planet because I cannot believe Bethesda tricked people into going, bro, the mechanic is you die and come back. They sold you a game where you respawn. Whereas at least Deathloop was like, hey, we're gonna sell you.
You mean 12 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least 12 minutes was like, we're gonna sell you what everyone thought Detroit Become Human was gonna play like.
Dude, the fucking twist at the end of 12 minutes, like...
That's crazy.
What the fuck?
That was...
What?
Oh my god.
I just remember the two games we were really hyped about for Xbox, or like we thought were cool, were 12 minutes and Atomic Heart.
Oh yeah. That was
The
a
fucking like acid trip game.
Yeah, it's a weird game. Like,
No, but we didn't think that because like we were like excited to play it. We were just like, holy shit, this game looks like.
we were like, oh wow, anything other than boring shooter. But it's still gonna be a boring shooter.
It is when it comes out eventually.
It's just a weird looking game.
We got Ghost of Tsushima got its director's cut with the new island.
Fucking movie.
Yeah. Super Animal Royale. We're Super Auto Pets.
Yeah, right.
Does anyone other than Ludwig play that game?
Ludwig. Actually, he got a whole tournament of people to play it.
That was him doing it.
No, but like Sykkuno was playing it like before him,
Oh, okay.
and but he got a lot of people to play it.
Who's like Kuno or?
No, Ludwig and Sykkuno, both of them, because Ludwig got introduced to the game by Northern Lion, and Stans was playing it on his own.
I see.
And then Sykkuno played it, I think, on his own with Ray, and then everybody else played it, like because of their influence, which is cool, but it was never gonna last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be surprised if anybody plays it in 2022. Then we got Sonic Colors Ultimate. You want to talk about it?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't played that version of it, but Sonic Colors is a pretty fun game.
I just heard it's glitchy as fuck.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, you played Sonic Colors too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just not a Wisp person.
I didn't mind the whips. I do think that, like... honestly,
It's too gimmicky for me. I just like him being fast.
says the man who likes the Werehog.
I do.
Bro.
because it's
too
not
gimmicky, bro. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, but it's
Dude.
but it's like how
No,
Pokemon.
fuck off.
It's like how Dynamaxing is very gimmicky because it's literally the same gameplay, whereas like Werehog is just different.
The Whisper, no,
Yeah.
that's actually no.
Yeah.
You've lost your right to an opinion. It's gone now.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No, dude, that shit is so much more gimmicky. Because it's not even the fucking same game anymore. You're
But that's
playing a
the
beat 'em up.
point.
That's
It's not
a
the same
gimmick.
game.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
But like the Wisps just like take me out of like playing a like regular Sonic.
So does the... I don't know.
Yeah, but like
So does the Werehog.
they're like power ups in Mario.
They're literally they're so fast too. Like they end really quickly,
You know,
except
just
for
like,
hover.
Do it.
Yeah,
The Werehog is literally like
but it
you were
made
not
like
playing a beat 'em
2D.
up.
But it
Fucking Werehog is
made
like a
playing
10-minute thing.
my 3D games into like 2D for most of that game.
That's true. That's a genuine complaint. I agree.
But
with that.
that's why
There's a
I
lot
think
of
I don't.
2D.
Okay, that's why I don't like it. Maybe not that it's too gimmicky, but because it
Like-
turned my 3D Sonic into 2D Sonic.
See, you can think it's too gimmicky only if you also agree that the Werehog is too gimmicky. That you
It
can't-
is gimmicky.
They're both those games are too. One of them is worse. I'll be honest.
I think we are at an impasse.
Yeah.
But
That's-
but I just think it makes the game too 2D for me when it's
yeah.
supposed to be 3D Sonic.
I agree. I do like in the worst part is the 2D sections aren't even that good.
Which is
They're
why,
alright.
which is why I'm kind of really looking forward to Frontiers because I think it's just gonna be 3D Sonic,
Yeah, I mean like.
different Sonic.
What else too? Like,
Like-
well, colors and 3D stages like are good.
I love
They're-
when it's 3D.
They're not like amazing, right? Like Unleashed has.
But sometimes it will
Unleashed 3D stages are so much better. They're like so much fucking better. Like again, colors is good. Like the stages are good. They're fun. It's a
I
fun game.
can't object. Like for me, it's an 8 because I can't objectively say it's a bad game.
Yeah, it's just like Unleashed day stages are better, but Unleashed has night stages, and if the whole game was just day, oh my god, it would actually be the best.
I'm
day
telling
game
you,
of all
I am
time.
telling you though, Sheeple. I'm telling you, Sheeple. If it was Knuckles instead of a Werehog, would think it's a better
No,
game.
those stages.
Yeah,
are bad.
no.
I played Unleashed.
No.
That game. Those stages are just bad.
I'm telling you,
They take like 10 fucking minutes to finish, and they're not fun.
so hold up. So did the Knuckles gem stages and people like
Yeah,
that.
but okay, fuck them though. Okay,
They are bad.
They're yeah, but the Sonic fucking those Werehog stages are awful. They don't have a single redeeming quality. The combat's boring. The level design is awful, and they're long. What? I'm sorry. You can like it for sure, but I mean objectively, those fucking night stages they're the worst part of the game, and the day stages are so good. That's what that game does, right? Is that like the day stages are so fucking good that you'll play through any shitty night stage. You're like,
So-
but when I get to play a Sonic,
What I like about the night stages aren't like the exact night stages. I love the boss battles in the night stages.
I mean, yeah, like you know,
That's so
I just wish
fun.
if they were like 3 minutes, I think they'd just be better. But the fact that they're like 8 to 10 minutes is just too long. And the combat's too repetitive.
I do agree with you.
Like-
The game would be so much better if instead of daytime, or if you made nighttime stages
like significantly shorter. Yeah.
just regular Sonic.
What do you mean?
Like if you made it for regular Sonic, just 2 different stages, and it was just like a daytime stage,
Yeah.
but not like the exact same stage.
Right.
But like maybe in a different part of the country, you made it into like nighttime.
Okay, but is it still like
And no,
Oh, so it's just a normal
it's
Sonic.
just normal Sonic.
Okay, but yeah,
Because it's the best part of the
you
game.
could just have multiple stages. Like,
You should, yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, like that is objectively.
Yeah, just have more.
Because I agree with you, it is the worst. Like those levels are the worst part. I just don't mind them.
Yeah, which is totally fair. Totally fair. I couldn't do it. I got to like.
Objectively, to me, games an 8.5.
Yeah.
But
Like it's for me. It's like I don't know, like a 7 or something. A 7 or a 6, because the day stage, like dude, like the ice stage. Oh, the desert. Literally, like they hit every. Like, there's not a bad stage in that game. I'm convinced. With daytime.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's such a good game.
And then it's just sad that they go to like either then after that like we do get Colors, which is okay, but it starts declining.
Yeah, like I think Colors is a great game, but like has some like glaring issues.
Because you go the Generations, which is just remaking
it's a fantastic
stages.
game, but yeah, and the classic stages are kind of weak. But
Yeah, they're kind of sus.
And then you get Lost World.
that's not even a Sonic game. Like
We
like
can't
a
forget
general-
about Sonic 4 that came out after that.
Yeah.
You have
Mania, right?
Mania's good,
Because 4 and Mania came out like not too.
but you got Forces.
And then you have Forces.
And like I really didn't like Wisps in that game in general.
Yeah. I mean, cause they're not like they're just like that was Colors thing. Why are you like? It's like you can't think of anything else.
So it looks like with Frontiers, we're not getting Wisp again. It's just going to be some sort of new thing.
Yeah, it's weird that they decided to make that of all things like a series mainstay. Like what? I don't think anyone was that attached to it. Like Wisp are fine, but like what?
They made OCs for they made Wisp OCs, dude.
Oh my god.
And we got Tales of Arise.
Oh.
Goated game.
Go to game.
We've already done a discussion about it.
We have.
Do you have anything else to say on it?
No.
Anything?
Not really. It's a great game. That's it.
Great game. Then we have Deathloop, which I think is a fine game. I think the issue with it for me is they advertise the hell out of it too much. I think that if you didn't do it at literally every single fucking thing, like everything, and you didn't advertise it on TV the hell, I think for me I would have been fine with it because I think it's a fine game.
This is what happens when you give a side team of Bethesda a game and they don't come up with a gimmick. Because like Doom's gimmick is just rip and tear, and then Dishonored's is like, stealth, blinking the powers, and then this game is like it's a shooter, and it's like why am I like, it's like I could go play Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
And like that game doesn't have much of a gimmick either, but at least that game's gimmick is Nazis. It's literally just it is. You know what Deathloop is? It is generic Bethesda first-person shooter. In every Arcane Studios, like all you have to do, it's made by Arcane. You go, oh, I get it. You're like, You're like, what's the catch? You go, there is none. There's none. It's Wolfenstein, but no World War II. That's literally what the game is. But with the whole like, the characters will comment on you respawn. And it's like another game that made a big deal out of you respawning is Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. But the reason that was cool is because if you died, it actually changed up your enemies. Like, the grunt that killed you would be promoted. And if you killed him, he would actually give you something. And then sometimes when you killed them, you found out you actually didn't finish the job. So, like, if you would slit their throat, they'd actually come back with a giant scar or, like, a patch on their face. And they would comment on it. They'd be like, you beat me last time, I'm gonna kick your ass. And then, like, the generals would kill you. And then they'd be like, I thought I killed you when you went to go raid them.
Deathloop, which you guys could disagree with me on this, it's more about... They, I think, wanted to put more of an emphasis, and this is just watching the trailers, on, like... I think the characters...
I guess.
And they didn't want to change that. And the only thing that really changes is the one girl that's trying to kill you. Because she'll kill you in, like, a different part of, like...
Yeah.
But that would eventually just happen anyways, so... And I'm assuming it's not just, like, a set part where, like, okay, you die and then... you come back, because I don't think people, like, okay, on the 50th run, you're guaranteed to get it. But I think just the game itself would just advertise the hell, like it's my Splatoon and your Dragon Quest, but it's for both of us.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous.
I think a cool thing about the game is if they had made it hard and not at all easy and fucking go here as it is. Because I feel like the gimmick is like, you know the movie...
No, I thought it was open world and they just like, they signal, okay, you can plan out like where you go.
Okay, that's what, but like I feel like they should have made it more hard. Like, it should be like Like that, like it literally should be like that movie. I think it's Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where the main dude dies, and then it's like you have to speed run. So like it should be like, yeah, like the open world part is cool. It's gonna be like, all right, here's your whole sandbox. Once you finish this part, now there's a whole other web of shit you have to figure out which way is optimal, and that'd be cool. But like instead, the game just seems like super straightforward. Like,
Yeah.
you know, oh, you died, whatever. You know, go do it again.
I agree.
Like it should be hard. It shouldn't be easy. You know,
Is it
like
easy?
I could only assume. Like a hard game is Dishonored. You have to be stealthy in that game, and you're also rewarded for being stealthy. You're also rewarded for killing as little people. You can even do a run where you don't kill people. So like that's where the fun of it is, and that's why your powers are based around it. Blinking is literally like they're gonna see me. Now I'm behind them, and it's like that's a good reward. Like that game is tough. It's kind of open world. You know, they drop you in an area and they're like, all right, figure it out.
Yeah.
Whereas this game, it's like, I don't know, the fact that like they give you guns and shit and like grenades, it's like you have to make it harder.
Yeah.
Because like in Dishonored, you have like a really loud fucking pistol, a heart that tells you cryptic clues, and your knife.
Yeah.
And then you're blinking. That's it. That's all you have.
Yep. I get it.
That's what made it interesting.
Then I agree with you. I don't have anything else to say on Deathloop. Then we got Kenna Bridge of Spirits, which definitely deserved Indie of the Year.
I don't know what that game is.
It's basically just like indie 3D Zelda.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I plan to play it someday, but I don't know. I just haven't like gotten it yet. I cannot believe Death Stranding got a director's cut. We're just moving on. Because I thought I saw something. Oh yeah, right. One of my favorite games of the year, Lost Judgment.
Oh yeah.
You know? Really good. I think that like for me it takes a bit to like the first couple of chapters, okay? And then like the rest of the story is just like like superior to the first. And just like it's just like a fight between the morals of the characters. I just think it's really good.
Hell yeah. I mean, the Yakuza games always sound cool, and it's good to see that, you know, they can still make hits.
So good. I'm so excited for Yakuza 8 when it comes out. And I guess the eventual second side game, because we're probably not getting another Judgment game, which sucks, but, you know. Whatever. Then we got Kuro no Kiseki.
No one here has played it. So.
Japan got Kuronoki.
Do you have anything to say on it?
No.
No.
Played it.
Yeah. I would if I played it. Then on the 5th, the same day Sora got announced for Smash, we got Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl and Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz.
Hell yeah.
Super Monkey Ball is cool as a remake. I just want them to make more Monkey Ball, or new Monkey Ball, instead of just remaking stuff, but that's just me. Because they know it would sell. They just choose not to do it. And Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl came out. And from what I know, it kind of flopped a bit.
Probably.
Because it's not crossplay. I think people play on PC more. And there were a lot of issues with it. Like, people wanted voice acting, and that didn't come for a while. I think the game seemed hollow to some people, but what were you going to say?
I was going to say, I just don't think it's a very good fighting game. Or it's not a very good game.
What Brawl? Yeah.
They're all trying... What you're going to see, because we have talked about it, a lot of these games are going to try to capitalize on Smash Bros. Not being Melee. Or Ultimate not being Melee, and they're going to try to be like Melee. This game tries to be like Melee.
And it fails.
And it fails.
Heck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They want it to be Melee so hard.
Nope.
They want to get a piece of Smash Bros. Pie, and Smash Bros. Said nope.
And Smash Bros. Literally has just cucked them at every single point as well. Like, literally, when they have an announcement, Smash is just like, here's this. We're having our final thing.
It's just so hard, because it's like, what does Smash do that no other game does? And it's like, well, Smash doesn't get everyone. Smash gets video game characters. Like, you know, video game characters first. And it's like, okay, And it's like, so you think like the logical way to get a piece of that pie is like, all right, then we're Nickelodeon. Smash never going to put a Nickelodeon character in. And it's like, yeah, but the thing is like, you've got them on that, but then Smash also has 5 games, 20 years of like making them and
I think
tuning them.
Yeah, and I think what it is if it was all cartoons, I think it would have worked. But because I think Nickelodeon is a bit too narrow, whereas I think Multiverses, which is the Warner Brothers one, is a bit too broad.
Yeah.
And I think if you could tap in to, okay, we're gonna have Disney cartoons, Nickelodeon cartoons, Cartoon Network cartoons, people might think about that and be like, oh shit.
That is true, but it's also like, I feel like with Smash Bros. It works because it's like they're all video game characters.
Yeah.
So you definitely, and they're all mostly Nintendo characters. So you probably already own the video game system.
Yep.
And if you like Mario, you're probably gonna like Smash Bros. Because it's cool. You know, Mario's there.
Yeah.
And, you know, like for like cartoons, it's like, yeah, it's cool, but it's also like think about it like, you know, like for every, like in Smash Bros. Like you look at NES. No one has played Earthbound in forever. You know, no new kid plays it.
Agreed.
But the thing is, like, with Nickelodeon, it's like, I hate to say it, kids don't really watch the cartoons that are in Nickelodeon All-Stars.
They watch, like, SpongeBob.
The only...
That's it. But, like, you know,
it was
Loud
that and Loud House, right?
Yeah, those are the two.
But the reason they did that was to try to appeal to 90s kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Here's
like,
my thing.
Which is an issue, because...
I think the reason why Smash sells, continues to sell, and will likely always sell, is... First and foremost, like, I think, obviously, of course, the star power, the characters, I mean, you know.
They've also never lost their relevancy.
Yeah,
Only a few of them have.
Yeah, exactly. But it's also, like, you know that when you buy that game, it's going to be good. You don't need to ever question the quality of a Smash game. You don't have to be like, is Nickelodeon, like, but when you play, like, Nickelodeon All-Star, you're like, is it going to be a good game, though? It's like, am I going to spend $60 to find out?
And
No.
people tried to make it pick it off the ground, right? Like, Ludwig had some sort of thing between Melee and Ultimate players in that game.
Yeah.
Hungrybox is still throwing tournaments for it. I think they tried to do something on Panda Global, but, like...
Sam.
Yeah.
I just think it's gonna have an issue.
It's
where,
just
where it's gonna have the comparison of Smash all the time.
And it doesn't help that, like
other platform fighters have etched a niche for themselves underneath Smash Brothers. Like you can do it. It's just those games are also good. Stuff like Brawlhalla and the other one.
Is the Shovel Knight game good?
What's that other one? It's on PC
Who?
too.
You and Brandon played that.
Was it me and Brandon?
Yeah.
But you know, like my point is that if you make a really good, mechanically good game, it's gonna work out. Like,
I think what it is there were... I don't think the game sold bad, I just think right now it's unpopular. And they need something to...
And don't forget, too, in terms of, like, just the term fighting game. Someone says, I want a fighting game, they've got to fight with all of them.
Yeah.
You know, so the outsider looking in, like, if you don't know what Smash is or Anime Fighter is, you say, oh, they're fighting games. And then you look at all of them.
And you look at... Because the thing you're going to think of is Smash, Street Fighter, Tekken.
Exactly.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Those four.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then, like, an anime fighter, if you know what anime is. But,
you know, the good ones.
But it's like... It's just like, it's, in the broader terms of fighting games, it's not in a good spot.
Yeah.
Because it's trying to bite into a market share that Smash only owns.
Pretty
like,
much.
Brawlhalla and all them are good, but, like... Smash games literally don't come out for years at a time, and they're still played. You know, fucking... They were
because of all the
Melee
reasons
from
Neil said.
01.
Yeah.
Exactly. Think about it like that. Melee's from 2001, and they're still playing it. It's 20 years old.
Mechanically, it's just that good of a game.
It's a really good competitive game.
It is, and like when
I like Ultimate better, but
yeah, same. But like, it's also like like Neil was saying before, like, you're getting a good Smash game. Like, no Smash game is worse than the worst one, because none of them are bad. Could argue the worst one is either Brawl or 64.
64.
Yeah, just because, like...
I would say Brawl or 4.
No.
No.
Those games have so much content.
64 doesn't even have... They don't have,
There
what is it? Specials.
No specials.
Yeah.
How are you going to tell me that game
Never
is
mind.
better than Brawl or something?
Never mind.
So that's the thing, like, 64 was already a good enough game to get a sequel that is heralded as the best one.
Yeah.
So it's like, you don't have to try too hard.
I would
Smash
say
to be better than
people
64.
are. I feel like people argue that it's either Melee or Ultimate now. But before, like,
It's
Ultimate,
always Melee or the current one.
Honestly, yeah. It's because they're, I don't think Ultimate is like so much significantly better than 4. And all it does is some of the things that people didn't like about it, they changed. And that's it. They didn't do anything
But I
else.
don't think. But I think when Smash 6 comes out, I think people are still going to argue for Ultimate because of the roster.
That is true.
Maybe, but I don't know. Like, yeah, the roster will be like big, but like if we're talking about like as a game, that it's.
I don't know.
Because then again, it's also like, the people that like play competitively. Yeah, they probably like that. They probably, the side of them that's fans are like, yo, that's so cool. There's all of them. But like for Hungry Box, if they were like, hey, they cut half the characters. All right, dude.
That's
Big
half
with
of
Puff.
them.
He'd be like,
Exactly.
is Puff still there?
Of course,
Yeah, it's
Puff.
like-
It's an
yeah,
OG
Puff's
12.
Yeah, so he's like, all right, cool. Let's let less matchups I have to learn.
And he gets hyped over every
Also, let's be real,
character, though.
He plays Melee. He doesn't play these other fucking. He does play them, but like his main game is Melee. So it doesn't fucking matter what they do in the new game.
And it's also like, if you're real, like, say you're a big Smash Ultimate fan, and you love Inkling, can't get enough of them, and they go, hey, Smash 6, they got cut. Half the Inkling people are probably gonna be like, all right, I'm not gonna buy it. Alright, I'm not gonna be too into it. But like the people who really like the game, like Ultimate, and they just meshed with Inkling, are gonna go, alright, I'll just find a new character in 6.
Yeah, pretty
like
much.
Guilty Gear Xrd to Strive, half the people lost their characters.
Yeah, and the people who kept their characers, they're not the
They're
same.
different. Like for me, Jacko is not the same in Xrd.
Yeah, not even
in
Millie
Strive.
is different. Millie is different.
Exactly. Like everyone basically had to pick new characters.
Yeah.
Like good example, like Fither plays Batman.
Yeah.
The
fuck are you gonna play?
The two characters I forget. He played Batman and Zato, and he's like, yeah, but like I don't. He's like Zato's different in this game, so I don't play. I think he plays Gold Lewis.
Yeah, literally no character plays the way they did.
So it's like it's like that. That's the thing. So I feel like that's why it's always the most recent game.
Yeah.
Versus Melee, because it's like it's. I will agree. I feel like Ultimate will have more of the casual side, being like, no, that was the best game. But for the people that play it to like competitively, it's like this is the new one, so this is the one to learn, and then this is it's been perfected over 20 years.
Because that happens in every fighting game. You go Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
5 cuts a bunch of characters, but pretty much everyone moves to Street Fighter 5. Even though
Smash
the
is
worst
like
game,
the only
people don't like it.
series that like people play one of the old ones.
Yeah.
Usually they migrate. Even Blaze Blue.
Yeah.
Cross Tag was different than Central Fiction, and they fucking migrated.
Well, the people who played Central Fiction did not play. Like,
Oh, no?
Some of them did, but like it
I
wasn't
guess
like
because it's a team fighter.
because it's a completely different game.
True.
But like, from what I know or what I gathered, there was enough sales for them to get DLC for Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl.
Cool.
That's cool. I think that, like, in concept, I think it's a good idea. And I think, like, again, because that's not going to be the only game. Multiverses isn't going to be the only one. We're going to get a lot of these.
Yeah, they're gonna get it. Oh, I want a Disney one. I want to beat people up with Hannah Montana.
And I think you'll get one.
Justin Vincenzo Russo from Wizards of Warrior.
I think you'll get that. At least, I think you will get that. I just don't...
I don't think they're gonna do well.
That's my point. I don't think they're gonna beef. I think they're gonna be as good as Nickelodeon All Stars Brawl.
You know what
That's their... Because it's not a bad game, it's just kind of a shell right now.
You know what's the only series that was like, it was already a pre-established property that turned into a fighting game that was successful? It was Injustice.
Yeah.
And that's not because it built itself up, that's because it's Mortal Kombat with a DC superhero skin.
Pretty much, yeah.
So that's why it did well. Like, and I guess that's what Nickelodeon want to do. It'll be like, it's like Smash Bros, but Nickelodeon. And it's like, yeah, but you have to make it good. Like, if you learn Injustice, you can play Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of crossover there.
You would not be...
You would understand the philosophy behind playing, Nick Brawl, so you'd get the gist of it.
Yeah, it's the same as you play any Arxis game, and you're for the most part.
You're gonna
And,
get
like,
unless
yeah,
you play
if they're like
the new shit
1v1
Team Red's doing.
Yeah, if you're like 1v1 like, anime fighters, you're gonna understand.
Yeah.
There's gonna be air
Generally
dashing. There's gonna be some special mechanic that's only to that series.
Yep.
Maybe even that game. Like Guilty Gear's Roman cancels. That's not in Blaze Blue, but Blaze Blue has their overdrive.
Yeah.
So it's like, like Neil was saying, you just have to make the game good.
Yeah.
And that's where the overlap happens. And Smash fans already don't overlap with different series.
Yeah, which
They
is
are
bad.
notoriously they only overlap between Melee and whatever the new Smash game
Pretty
is.
much, yeah.
Only play their game.
Whereas like
And that is about
fucking
it.
Sonic Fox is like originally they were like, oh, he just plays Mortal Kombat and Injustice, and then he's winning Dragon Ball Fighters tournaments, and then he
Well-
was in a Guilty Gear tournament.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
No.
not everyone does that, to be fair, but
Sure, yeah.
like the idea is like because Smash is so radically different from like literally
It has
every
the
other
least
game.
crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no two series where it's like, oh,
Because Smash is
fans and this
also
are the
made
same.
to be very casual as well.
Yeah, we just made it competitive.
Yeah.
People, yeah.
People
'Cause you
just
can
figured
turn-
out how.
Because you can turn off items.
Yeah, you can turn off items. You
And
can set
turn off,
rules on
like-
stages.
Yeah. And so they can appeal to more competitive people. It's just, it's easier to latch on to another fighting game compared to latching on to another platform fighter.
Yeah. I agree.
I think we've talked enough about that.
Yeah. Surprisingly, that's what got us talking the most.
Then we had Far Cry 6, literally day after. What I'm going to say about this is I think it does what Far Cry does best. Good villain, okay game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Like, even playing Far Cry 4, like, my cousin was like, yo, Far Cry 3 is so good, and I was like, did you beat 4? I don't know if he played 4, because the whole thing is, like, once you played 1, you've played all of them.
Once you've played one, you've played them all.
The skin is just what villain do you
It's
like
just
the
like
most.
it's just like okay, you get a new villain each time, and
Like,
that's
I
it.
won't lie, the villains are all cool. They're the best written characters in the series, but you don't play as the fucking villains. You don't even see them most of
In
the
Far
time.
Cry 6, I think they have DLC where you can.
Yeah, but that's DLC to a game.
Yep.
Like I love Pagan Min, but you don't fucking talk with him a lot.
It would be really.
You can't even side with him.
It would be really cool if they just made a Far Cry game, like they made a Far Cry game where you played as the villain,
There is I think they did this in 6. There is a cool
and like at the end you die.
yeah,
'cause you're the villain.
there is a cool thing where in Far Cry games, I think they did it in 6, but I know they did it in 4. Because in 4, when Pagan Min leaves you at the table and he's like, I'll be right back, don't leave anywhere. If you actually sit there for 15 minutes, you get a secret ending where he actually
Yeah.
comes back and he spreads your mom's ashes with you, and then the credits roll. And then
That's
you get a
kinda
trophy for it.
cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, so that's literally... I think they literally have, like, in 6, there's some way where you don't do anything, and then you get the secret siding with the villain ending.
That's cool.
Which I'm sad about, because in 4, they're like, oh, do you side with this guy or with this girl? And I'm like, I'm going to be honest with you. The guy likes to fuck kids. But yeah, he's going to marry a 14-year-old.
Bro,
I'm like, so he's a
what's happening?
pedophile, and I'm like, and the woman wants to conscript children into war. And sell
Fuck them
drugs.
both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and you can kill them both. You kill one, whoever
Yeah.
you don't side with, and at the end of the game they let you kill the other one if you disagree with them. I'm like, because they're also like, oh, kill Pagan or let him live. I'm like, shit, I want to side with Pagan. He's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a tyrant, but he's like a nice guy about it. You know,
Yeah.
he's charismatic. He's not a child fucker or a warmonger of them.
Yep. Pretty much. That's all I gotta say on it. But yeah.
Far Cry 6, who mega lol.
Pretty
Giancarlo
much.
Esposito's in it.
It's just like literally the draw of the game. It's a Ubisoft game that has one Carlos Esposito in it. Or Giancarlo, yeah. So cool, but Ubisoft games have just gotten sales fuck, and that's just like not good. Then the day after, Metroid Dread.
It's a
Right.
great game.
Great game.
I watched Atriarch. I'm all over it.
I have that game saved. I'm gonna watch it after I've played it, and I'm excited to play it. Idolmaster, Brandon, talk about Idolmaster.
I disagree, Brandon.
I agree with you. Good job, Brandon. That's funny. That could also be mean. Then the Demon Slayer game came out. Yay, 3D Arena Fighters. Am I right?
Yo.
We love them.
Yeah, of course.
We stand them.
It should have won Fighting Game of the Year.
Nope.
True.
It's made by the people who made the Naruto ones that everyone likes, but it is not published by Bandai Namco. Published by Sega.
Wait, really?
Yup.
Huh.
I'm looking at it right now. Crazy to think about.
Interesting.
The Idolmaster game is published by Bandai Namco, because, yeah. Of course it is.
Yeah, of course.
There was a Peppa Pig game, my favorite Fire Emblem game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, when Lucina shows up at the
Yeah,
end?
dude, that's like literally the best part. And it's not even close.
Agreed. And then Guardians of the Galaxy came out.
Yo.
You see, I have 3 games, and I don't know which one I'm going to pick yet. 3 Game of the Years.
Mm-hmm.
That game, Tales of Arise, and Lost Judgment. They're all so good. I love all 3 of them. I think this game, its character writing is really good. Music, I mean, it's just picking, good pop music. It's not like...
Yeah.
And, I think the story is, like, it's good enough to... I mean, it won Best Narrative of the Game Awards.
Narrative. It's a little pretentious for the Game Awards. Like, I get it. I think games are art too, but, like, best narrative. Best story. Is best story a different category?
No.
No, that's what it is.
Oh, damn.
And I think, like, it does what it needs to really well. And I think it plays, and it's fun. I think it's fun. You can do, I wish that maybe you could pick your character. Like, how, like, in Final Fantasy VII,
Yeah.
you could do that.
Yeah,
I think
that'd be fun. Cool.
Because I would have rather have played as Gamora, I'm going to be honest.
I would want to play as Rocket. It'd be tiny guns. Just be a little...
But...
I have one complaint with the game.
Go ahead.
I don't like the way they made Star-Lord's hair. He looks like a frat douche.
Once you get past that...
I don't want to.
Sometimes I feel
have to play as him.
Sometimes I feel like you latch on to things.
Yeah, you know what, Kyle? I wouldn't be able to. If I wasn't able to, then how, then I would.
Sure,
but I
right.
can, so I should.
You should, you're right. I don't disagree with you, I'm just stating something.
I also just don't want to play it, because I'm not a big Guardian of the Galaxy fan.
I am, though. Like, it is my favorite movies.
They are cool. I love Rocket. Like Rocket and Drax. I think Gamora's cool.
And, like, yeah, I would have played as Gamora, I'm gonna be real.
Does she use swords?
Yeah.
Yes, that's why. I would have played as...
Because, like, the whole, like, and like, I like the combat, I think it's fine. I think that, like, to me, what definitely gets me is, like, I think this is definitely better writing than the MCU, wholeheartedly.
Really?
It's not the highest.
No, but the Guardians movie?
Well, then, like, interesting.
With the characters, yeah.
Alright, now maybe I have to try it, because everyone would fucking swear by their mother that Guardians, at least one's writing is God tier.
God tier? I don't know. I mean, God tier for the MCU?
For the MCU,
Okay.
yeah.
No, for the MCU it is, but, like,
sure.
I would say that this is a great bounce back from Marvel's Avengers, and maybe it is.
Yeah.
Maybe it is just the fact that I was so bummed about the Avengers game.
But there's nothing wrong with that. You could be... This
that
is also,
maybe I'm really happy about this.
Yeah, but it's made by the same people, right?
It's made by the same people.
So that's valid, because you're like, oh, I wasn't disappointed by you.
And it's a single-player game
Thank God.
that I'm able to just play instead of, like, I have to grind for this skin, I have to do that. And what's really cool is you find, like, different skins for everyone, like, while playing through the chapters.
A single player game.
Yeah.
It makes me sad that the Avengers game sucked.
Yeah,
And
right?
the Guardians
You
of the
think that-
Galaxy got the goated game.
Yeah, you would think that...
Then again...
I wouldn't... okay.
Then again, Spider-Man got the best...
That's what I was gonna say.
So, that's fine.
So here's what it is.
Yeah, but the Avengers
Spider-Man...
thing fucking...
Hold up. Spider-Man, up here, obviously. Got to. Goated. Guardians, I would say it's pretty much here. Like, it's kind of close. But, like, is it going to be, like, up there with God tier? I would say that it's a great game. Yeah. I would not say it's as good as Spider-Man. Like, I guarantee you, here's Spider-Man, and I guess I could put this in my predictions beforehand. Here's Spider-Man. Here is Guardians. Here's Wolverine.
Wolverine's not even out yet, my God.
I know, right?
But it's made by the same people.
You didn't even see the gameplay trailer.
It could be bad.
It could be. You're right. It could be.
We saw him take it. He can look terrible.
Seriously, man. Come on.
You're right. You know what?
I have learned if it's a CG trailer, Kyle's like, it's goated.
It's goated. It's so true.
You know what? It shows anything. Jack, you know what? You know what, Jack? You're right.
If No Way Home's only trailer was the suit and it said December 17th, he'd been like, I'm so excited. But because he showed stuff, he's like, I'm so
greater than.
You're right. You're so right.
Oh my God. I don't care.
How does this work?
Bro, it's like if
Jack,
no
look
gameplay,
into my eyes.
Yeah, I don't get it. I still don't get it.
Yes.
For me, like, if there's no gameplay, I don't care.
No gameplay, no hype.
Yeah.
Although a Trails game could be announced, no gameplay.
Yeah, but like you guys, because all the gameplay's the damn same. You know what to expect. Like,
sure.
You know, that's like you don't need to see a Pokemon game to know that like it. Like,
at least there's gonna be Pokemon.
Like there's gonna be Pokemon.
But you do need to look at
battles.
Pokemon games to know if they're gonna look good. You can tell.
I'm about like gameplay.
Oh, true.
Also, the one thing that I think this game has, it got announced, and I'm shocked they did this because it's Square. 2 months before the game came out.
Because you know what?
Or 4 months, right? They never do that. And the game, and people were just like, well, I haven't seen enough of it. Like, it showed gameplay, and people were like, I haven't seen enough of it. People saw enough of it. It's like, okay, it looks like it's good. I might try it out. People try it out. They really like it. Shocker. It's a good single-player game.
Okay, can I just say, like, what if Wolverine's a turn-based RPG? What are you gonna do then? What happens?
Oh, it's a card
Think
game.
about that. They didn't show any gameplay. It does. There's no guarantee.
You know what?
It's gonna be action.
You know what?
What if it's
I could still be excited for it.
Yeah, you can, but like you said yourself earlier, you prefer action over.
I do.
So I'm like, well,
I do.
All this hype, and then it's a completely.
I do,
game.
but I still like Trails. I still like
No, what if it's a card battle game? What if you have like a fucking deck of Wolverine cards or something? What happens then? Then what happens?
I like Yu-Gi-Oh.
If it's not gonna be you.
Yeah, but we're not gonna be there to help you. We're not gonna play it.
So my point is,
I'm not gonna play it if it's a card game.
my point is, you gotta wait, bro. You need to see gameplay.
Dude, I'm just sad because like I guess the Guardians are blessed because the Avengers they had to fucking set all 4 of them up before they even considered giving them a team up movie. And the Guardians of the Galaxy they were like, yeah, just throw them in a team movie. It's gonna be like everyone's favorite MCU movie for like 5 years. And then they're like the video game they're like, all right, let's just throw the Avengers in like a video game, and they're like, it's terrible. They're like, all right, let's do it again with Guardians. Let's just make it single player this time, and it's goated. And it's like, I don't know, I'm just sad that like Avengers sucked.
I think it's just because like when you look at Guardians of the Galaxy, they don't need to be as fleshed out as and like Avengers, right?
Because they're like chill, they're like funny.
Yeah, they function more as a unit than as individual characters.
That's true.
So it doesn't really matter. Whereas the Avengers, the whole idea is that all these disparate
are functioning
characters
individuals that
come together. Exactly.
So assemble.
And because and I was gonna say there's so many of them that you almost need that.
There's also like what I'm like I understand why the game doesn't do it because the idea is that you've seen the Avengers. So you don't need to.
But the problem is it was cursed the second they decided we're not going to make this guy look like Chris Evans or we're not going to make this guy look like Iron Man.
I don't even think that's the problem.
That's the problem the casual audience had.
I think that it's just not a good game. If everyone was like
I think that's
amazing.
the problem. Let me finish. The problem with that is that they only have one of these characters. See, Spider-Man fans are goated because every 5 fucking years we gotta get used to a new face.
Yeah.
There's only one Iron Man. There's only one Captain America. There's 2 Hulks, but there's only one Thor. But like that's the thing. That's why those claims aren't valid. They don't look like them, and it's like okay. No, they don't look like them in the comics before the MCU movies either. That the reason they look like them is because everyone's so vitriolic about them not looking like Chris Evans or Chris Hemsworth. But the problem is, they're shitty games. And now you could have just been like, hey, you've seen the Avengers, you get what they're about. You get it. Iron Man's a douchebag, Captain America's a good boy, Thor's fucking Thor. He's eccentric. And Hulk is like the fucking wallflower. Thor, you know what Hulk is? Hulk is legitimately the kid who posts on TikTok the devil shivers when a nice guy goes bad, but is too afraid to admit that he thinks that.
Yeah.
But, like, that's what they are. You boil it down and you give a decent story about them falling, and then you build your characters from there. That's fine. Listen, the Avengers are big enough, you can kind of shorthand them, like that.
Yeah, it would have worked. I mean, Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
That's why
I don't need to explain to you.
But it's like, it just sucks that they're just like, hey, let's just drop the ball incredibly hard with the gameplay.
But what they decided to do is they didn't appeal to the casual because of what I said. But they didn't appeal to like the people that were going to buy it because, oh, it's a video game, I like video games, and I also like the Avengers, sure. It ended up being a bad game anyways. And people, got reviews copies, said that, and then they were just like, oh, I'm not going to buy it. And it underperforms.
Yeah, it's a bad game.
Because it's a bad game.
It is.
It isn't.
But that's what happened. But I think the game was destined to fail because it couldn't tap into that audience.
I disagree.
Because like the look at the Spider-Man game. That's not tapping into the MCU. That's Spider-Man.
He doesn't look like Tom Holland. I mean,
it's true.
Now he does.
Yeah, but originally when it came out, that's what we're talking about.
But that's bad. But he doesn't look like he belongs in that universe anymore.
No, he doesn't.
He looks so bad. It looks like not because he looks bad, but like
he looks out of place.
Yeah, like it doesn't work, dude. Like he's a different character. Like you can't just change the entire face of a character and be like, it's the same guy.
It's true.
Like that's crazy. I get he wears the fucking suit the whole time, most of the time, but
that's why I'm kind of like sad for Spider-Man 2. I'm like, I gotta get used to the new face.
Yeah, it's
you do.
But it's like the old one was so much better. But it's like it's not about what the heroes look like as long as because all you need is that name Iron Man, Captain America. People will play if it's good because you have those names. If you have those names,
and for as much as they're complaining, they don't look like them. They're still gonna play it.
They will absolutely. I don't think people care that much about what they will look like.
I think the biggest problem is that they thought they looked ugly. Like I get that people are like, it doesn't look like Robert Downey Jr. It's like, yeah, but the thing is, most people were like, all right, do your own thing, but the own thing looked terrible. Like Cap's suit looked fucking stupid, and Black Widow looked like her forehead was a 5 head.
Because other than that hair, because I do agree with you, it doesn't look the best. I think the other Guardians look really good.
Yeah, exactly.
Like even though Drax doesn't have he doesn't look like our Drax, he looks good. And Gamora doesn't look like, the Gamora we know.
Which is ironic because the Gamora we know it's technically Gamora does not look like the Gamora the real Gamora because the comics came first.
Yeah.
But that's how powerful the MCU is. Yeah. It's now the new default.
Yeah. And the thing is, right, it's like with
Rocket's the fucking same.
Yeah.
I'd say Rocket and Groot look pretty much the same. And other than the hair, he pretty much looks.
Yeah, because Star-Lord's always just give him blonde hair.
Yeah. It's like the thing is, it's like if they marketed that game, not the Avengers, as like a new story for the Avengers and all that, that's what people want to see. They don't want this fucking whatever the hell live service nonsense.
But you had to get into what kind of video game it was, and originally and you can tell that they were originally wanted to do a single player game that ended up turning into a live service, and it's really
pretty
bad.
Sad, yeah. Because I think it could have been really good.
It's just funny because it's almost like they didn't trust a single player action superhero game, as if the Arkham quadrilogy and Spider-Man did not fucking exist.
Fine, forget Batman. That was a while ago. Spider-Man just came out.
And pulled numbers hard.
And then Guardians came out. I don't think it did the numbers that Spider-Man did, but it did good numbers.
You didn't believe in the Avengers?
Yeah.
Avengers.
Avengers only did
bro.
and this is really because for some games this would actually be really good. I'm pretty sure it only did $1 million.
There's literally nothing more lucrative than the fucking Avengers.
Let's not forget even the Avengers was just defining every genre. It was fucking
I'm saying.
It literally we did not have a word for what the Avengers did for the MCU. You know, cinematic universes did not exist until the Avengers came out.
And now people are trying to make like.
And now everyone does it, and it's
the
like
Warner Brothers cinematic universe.
Yeah, exactly. And fucking think about it. They could have just make a single player game. Let's not do this live service bullshit.
Yeah, we make a good game with the Avengers name on it, and it's gonna sell
money.
And it'll print money. But no, apparently that was.
You know why? I bet you I know why they wanted it live service. Because you couldn't sell toys of it. Because you can sell them. Because the thing is, no, you could. But here's the problem: the movies already do.
Yeah, but
the kid goes at, the video game is cool. But here's the thing: little kids don't play video games like that all the time. Some of them do.
True.
So a kid who's an Avengers fan is going to go buy the movie toys. The video that's not funneling money to the movie.
That's true. But I don't feel like that is necessary. Like, I just feel like if you make
the reason.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's Avengers, so they think it's necessary.
The reason they did it, I think, is just because they thought because back, probably in its development cycle or when it was being changed over, live service still wasn't judged to hell.
I don't know. I think it was.
Yeah,
because if that would have
loved at any point.
2018, 2017 when Fortnite was a thing, I'm pretty sure that's when it changed over.
That's a free-to-play game. It's not the same.
But people still wanted, but that's what people thought changing it to this next step would work. Turns out it doesn't.
Because it's not free. People will accept microtransactions if you don't have to pay for the game. If you pay the game and then have to pay more money, it's
Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't think anyone has ever been I would prefer that.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know. It's just, they did not have faith in it.
No, and
it clearly shows.
And then they decided, hey, let's not do this with the Guardians, and it works.
I just think they wanted more money because they were
they did, yeah.
Avengers,
that's all this is.
Because they were okay, it's the Avengers.
We can nickel and dime.
They will just give us money. It doesn't matter. Just make it live service. We'll make even more money. We'll get their 60, and then they'll pay for new Iron Man skins. They just will.
Little did they realize, people go see MCU movies because there's a quality to them. Quality does not always hit the same ceiling, but they all are the same movie at
I
the
do
bare
think
minimum.
at this point, people watch the MCU films because they're MCU films, and then will afterward complain about the quality.
Yeah.
They're gonna watch. Every movie...
I have a task for you.
Yeah, they're gonna break box office records and whatever.
And then a year later, they'll say... It's you know what? You don't have
shit.
MCU movies. They're in the fucking Zelda loop now. It's only until the next one comes out where you go, alright, the last one was kind of shit.
Yeah.
And 8 years from now, they'll be like, whoa, Eternals wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, there's no way... I think Eternals is gonna be the Thor movies.
There are people who defend the first two Thor movies.
Yeah,
that's
in
weird.
2-3 years, people
That's
will be
cringe.
actually, Eternals is so good, you guys are just missing it. And,
Yeah, and next year, No Way Home will be the worst Spider-Man movie.
Oh,
I can't wait.
I was literally I'm gonna remember this.
I think it's...
Remember all of you saying it was the best you've ever seen.
All right,
and I'm gonna be here.
I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be more like Endgame or Infinity War, where people are not gonna be it's gonna be goated forever.
Yeah, same.
I don't think people are gonna judge that one.
When Cosmo...
Because when No Way Home came out, right, no one was judging it as much as they do now. Or not No Way Home.
Far From Home. The worst of the MCU trilogy. When you were when No Way Home came out, I'm a week ago.
Yeah, I'm what?
No, but when Far From Home came out, people weren't judging it as much.
Yeah.
Now people are.
They do that for every Marvel film.
But people were doing that
You also
after
aren't
WandaVision.
allowed to.
Yeah.
You get crucified.
Yeah, you'll get fucking
But
crucified.
people were shitting on the Eternals.
Also, Avengers Age of Ultron.
Yeah, because that's not a mainline superhero film. It's not like Black Widow. It's not Spider-Man. It's not Iron Man. It's not a main...
And I will still say, Shang-Chi was still a good movie. It was fine.
It was great. It was fine.
And this is after Spider-Man has come out. This is after...
Yeah, but that's because, I think we're all, within our wits enough to, you can get swept up by hype and be like, alright, it wasn't a 10. But, I feel we're not going to...
I will agree that for Black Widow, I was that. And now I'm just
it's horrible.
It's not a good...
Shang-Chi's the ultimate 7 out of 10 movie, and Black Widow is the ultimate 3 out of 10
Yeah, that
movie.
movie
It is.
genuinely not good.
So...
It wouldn't have been good.
We've
even
been
if
talking
Civil
about...
War came
I think
out.
we're talking about Marvel too much and the Avengers game. When
Yeah,
it's not supposed to
hey,
be.
We're
listen,
talking about the movies now. We're not even
Yeah,
talking about video games.
Can we just...
Yeah, let's
True.
pivot back to a new topic.
Mario Party Superstars.
Yes.
I think it's a good game. But
seems pretty cool.
But what's bad about that is it's basically just taking the best of the old boards, putting the N64 boards, putting them into a game, and just putting all of the great older
it's not even all of them. It's just some of them.
like all of the like most of the old really good older or iconic, because like, you know, the one where you fucking do this, like, that's back.
No, yep.
Yeah, but now
Gang.
now you don't have to do it on the fucking N64 controller and destroy your hand.
You have to do it on your rubber.
Yeah, these are safe.
But
The
like,
64 ones are not.
what was I gonna
Out in
say?
the
But like,
trenches.
and it takes those and they put it in the game. I think it's a great, and it's the first time I've used this the whole time, but it is my catchphrase, the great step in the right direction. But you need to come out with it's not going to be Super Mario Party 2, I guarantee you they're not going to do that. It's going to be Mario Party 11. No. That was Super Mario Party. So they're just going to do Super Mario Party 11 cuz they don't even acknowledge
The last one. Damn.
They don't acknowledge Super Mario Party at all in this game. At all.
I mean, because it just came out, to be fair.
No, but
It'd be
like,
weird to put in, like, in a collection game, putting in one from a game that just came out.
no, but not even on favorite Mario Party. Like, you can create your own character, like your own list of stuff. Like you can create your own profile within the game, and you could do this, and this, right? And like, and one of them is favorite Mario Party, and you go through all of them, and even 10 is there.
Wow. Yeah, because it's not... Okay.
But Super Mario Party, which I would say is a main... I can't believe I'm saying this. Because it has its side games. So they have, like, top 100 games on 3DS. They have, like, the Mario Party DS.
I feel like Super Mario Party isn't a mainline. If they
It
don't
is.
include it.
It was a reboot. They tried to reboot it.
Oh, maybe.
And they failed. Tremendously. Well, they didn't fail tremendously. It was a shell.
Yeah, it's just like a small... It's like a... Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But you need to take the hype of this game at the end of the Switch's life cycle, come out with 11, make it more akin to the older Mario parties, 1 through 7. I'm not, even though I like 8
Do people not like it?
because of motion controls.
8's goated though.
But 8,
I love 8.
But 8 is the best motion control game possibly on the Wii.
It's pretty good.
Because it's casual enough where it works.
Yeah.
And like Super Mario Party as a game, like with its mini games, with the motion controls, it works. It's fine. It's just that the boards are hollow, the games are a bit hollow,
The boards are...
and doing the dice mechanic the way they did, But do make it more akin the 1 through 7. I would argue 1 through 8. Let's make a good Mario Party game.
Yeah, like an actual... No car, no whatever the... No,
And,
none of that. Just
and people will buy it.
Yeah, they bought Super Mario. They'll buy it. People buy every Mario Party game. They're gonna buy it.
And that game did really good, but somehow Nintendo caught on to people not liking the game, and we're just like, okay, we're just gonna change this.
I also think like Nintendo just...
It's crazy.
I think it's about time to do another like true like numbered Mario Party game. It's been a while.
So yeah.
The
Been a
Wii U,
hot
dude.
minute.
The Wii U.
Then Call of Duty Vanguard,
Oh yeah.
That's a game.
which I'm sure did really bad because of their publicity.
I doubt it. It's fucking Call of Duty, dude. It sold millions, I'm sure.
Millions, but it was at its peak at like 20, 30 million. I don't think it's selling
hasn't
that.
been at its peak. That's not just this game. That's like the last 5 games. It's for more.
It's true. It's been going downhill anyways, but I don't think this helped. Then the new Forza came out, interesting.
Oh yeah.
Then Grand Theft, we don't have to talk about it. I mean, it looks neat, but it's not worth like I just don't think racing games in general are worth actually buying.
No.
But because they're not my thing. Because Mario Kart's great. I think Mario Kart has just ruined racing games for me.
Yeah.
It's the most fun one. I mean, if you want a realistic racing game, then that's the only one that you can play those.
Probably the best one, but then the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy came out, and oh boy, was that bad.
Wasn't
Ooh.
like what was wrong with it?
Glitches.
Glitchy, yeah.
Like people were questionable about the art style, but the game was glitchy as all hell. Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Oh yeah, that came out. People like that game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually
Yeah.
critically acclaimed.
Yeah, it did really well.
Like if Tales of Arise didn't come out, it would have been like JRPG of the
Yeah,
year.
that game has done incredibly well.
Oh, good
Yeah.
for them.
Like
Good
it
for
sold really well for Atlas. and
I'm
stuff.
really
They were
happy
expecting-
for a game I'm never gonna buy.
Right? That's how I feel half the time hearing about games did well. I'm like, that's good for you. Never gonna buy it.
Like I want to like SMT, but like it's hard.
I agree.
Your party members are just monsters. That's not hype for me.
Then this is on the same day. Battlefield 2042 and Pokemon BDSP came out on the same day.
I mean, that's not a big deal. They're like that's like the markets could not be different.
No, but it's actually like it's like when Animal Crossing
be
and
more
Doom
different.
came out.
Yeah,
It could not be more
It's
different.
just a big day because it's like everyone's like, oh.
but like
you know.
I don't know, Battlefield.
Battlefield
no
ended up
Doom.
being
But yeah,
so bad.
yeah, of course.
Crazy.
It's fucking Battlefield.
Well, Battlefield
Has it been good in the last like
well I remember when they showed the gameplay, people were really hyped for it, and then it ended up being a glitchy mess.
Y'all.
Which
I
was-
did see a clip of some guy riding a dinghy up on the side of a
Let's
building.
go. I love glitches like that. I think they're fun.
We've already talked
When
about
it's not- when I'm
Pokemon.
not playing.
Yeah, right.
We've already talked about Pokemon BDSP.
Playing.
Yeah.
Can we just
We can
Good
just
game.
move on. Yeah.
Yeah.
good game? We
It's fun.
reviewed it
Yes,
literally
video.
like a couple
It's
weeks
fun.
ago.
We can move on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then 12 minutes.
What?
12 minutes. We talked about it.
Oh yeah, that came out forever ago in the year though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then Halo Infinite as a whole game,
That just.
except without Forge,
That was
which
just
is
that,
kind of
right?
sad.
Like, that was like a few weeks, 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks
When Forge comes out, bro, it's gonna be goated.
So you can make your own maps, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm remaking a map me and
It's
me and
literally
Mickey's
like
play.
the most fun part of Halo.
It's true.
It just is. Like,
Custom maps are
the campaign,
fun.
sure, whatever, but the
Wait, no,
custom
hold on.
matches, bro.
So here's what it
Custom-
is.
Oh my god.
Campaign, great.
Yeah.
Multiplayer, goated. Forge, even more god tier.
It's literally
That's what it is.
aspect of Halo games.
Like,
if
be,
you- yeah.
I only ever played 3 in Reach, and I didn't get it because I was 12.
Yeah, I mean, it's more fun when you play with other people. If
Like-
you play by yourself, it's not fun.
the thing that I like about Halo Infinite is the team is listening to the critiques, unlike most multiplayer live service games that are free, and will actually do stuff and make the game better. And and that's why I'm like continuously playing it, and like it's becoming a better game. Do I like that there's a battle pass? No. Would I have preferred?
That's
Would I have preferred just like how we used to have it? Yes. But is it? But can I accept it? Yeah, I can accept the way it is, because I don't have to play it for that long. I just play it for the 6 matches where there's real XP, and then I could drop it after an hour, and it's just a neat hour where I get to like de-stress every day.
Yeah.
And sure, sometimes my things are ranked. And I don't like playing ranked, but I'm good at playing ranked. It's fine. And the campaign, like what I've played, I really do like. I think what they did with it is really good. And they're gonna add to it. And I think that's good. And when they add Forge, it's gonna be really good. And I think it's gonna be a game that people like and actually has momentum and will be a godly game when it's all said and done, compared to No Man's Sky, which sucked.
Okay, yeah, but I could.
Or
any
Destiny
game,
2.
still, half the games in existence are better than those games. That's not a lot.
You're right.
That's
Last but not least, a Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
Best game of the year.
Yep. Charlie played it. I was fun watching him.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was about it.
Is that it? Last game?
Overall, what is your guys' game of the year and why? And I'm going to start with Jack.
We're starting with Jack.
Yeah.
All right, my top 3 contenders.
Let's go top 3.
Well, all right, and then my top 3, 2 of them are remakes.
Yeah.
Nier Replicant, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and Guilty Gear. So, I guess...
I'm surprised Rezi's not there.
Nah, I didn't play it nearly enough.
Yeah. And yours is BDSP?
No.
Guilty Gear?
Yeah, Guilty Gear. Because, like, there's nothing about that game where I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
Like, I know, I bought it and I've gotten what I got and more. Like, with Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, I'm like, it's not platinum. And with Nier Replicant, it's like, it's fun, but Automata is just a better playing game.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a remake, so you'd think. And the gameplay's better, but not much. So, Guilty Gear.
It's a lot better than the original.
Guilty Gear.
Yeah, that's in
I think
terms of...
I think we've talked about Guilty Gear.
Yeah. No, I'm saying that's in terms of what released this year.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If it wasn't games that released this year, do you have a different?
Yeah.
What is it?
Chaos Child.
Okay. I thought you played it last year for some reason.
No, I played it in the summer.
Huh.
Yeah, it feels like an eternity ago, though.
I
right?
know.
It does. It does. It really
It's a
does.
small eternity.
What about games that... Do you have 3 or just the 2? Guilty Gear and Tales of...
Yeah, from this year, those are the only 2 games I played from this year.
And Tales of is your...
It's close, but probably overall, yeah. It's very close.
Again, we've talked about it to hell.
Yeah.
If... Do you have, is it your favorite game of the year, or do you have another one that you've played that hasn't been...
Hajimari no Kiseki.
Hajimari.
Probably, but...
Which didn't come out this year. It came out last year and won't come out for the next 2 years here. Let's go!
Or probably
And-
that one, maybe Arise, but most likely Hajimari no.
For me, I mentioned Guardians, Tales of Arise, and Lost Judgment, and I'm not going to say Arise because you said it, even though it probably is.
You just say,
Yeah,
okay.
just say it. You can have overlap.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Good games are good games.
Probably that one. Because...
It's
No, it's not. I'm thinking about it now. It has to be Lost Judgment. I love the character work, the gameplay, the story. There's just so much of that game that I really liked, and the fact of the matter is it didn't have to be this... I think this thing that I like about Yakuza is it gives me a break from these fantasy worlds. Because that's what I'm, like, really, like, play. Like Zelda's, your God of Wars, your Dooms, your whatever. These things that aren't, like, realistic and stuff. Because realistic stuff don't normally draw me. And this game does. Because, like, I never play Mafia or LA Noire or, I'm not, like, a big COD person. Like, I like playing, like, either futuristic, like, stuff or fantasy stuff. And this is the first thing that isn't that's really tapped me in. And there's just something about the writing, the writing, the characters, the gameplay, just everything combined. I think it's a masterpiece. Even if the first 2 chapters lack a bit. Not to say they're bad. Who's got 2022 predictions?
I don't know.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3 gets announced.
For 2022?
Yes.
What do you think that game's going to be like?
It was like, I forgot it was 2022.
Not what I want.
Now, wait, what do you... Okay, what do you...
Alright.
Okay, what do you want and what do you think?
I want Shulk and Rex and the gangs to cross over.
Yeah.
And I can play as them. What I think... Just a new story that can... Alright. Either a new story that continues from there, and the big twist at the end is that, oh, it is Shulk and Rex's world, and they did meet once, and it's gonna hurt because you could have just played that game. Or...
And that game will be DLC, baby!
Or it'll be a game in another universe where at the end of that one, they open the multiverse and get the Xenoblade and Xenosaga characters.
That would be hard.
So, I think there are 2 options for me. One is the first game, the game that you want, and that's the game I want. However, I think a game that we could also get is the first option. It's going to take place years in advance.
That would suck. Like what's the point?
like
then?
centuries.
Then what's the point?
That's my
though?
point.
Yeah.
There is no point.
My other option, I would just like them to remake, or just port the Xenosaga games, or just remake
cool.
Xenogears.
I don't
they're
think
not
they
gonna
will.
do that. No, they don't. Square has a.
It just like I don't
Look,
know.
man,
What-
Square is
like,
notorious.
you're not
for,
gonna do it. Just fucking.
Square is notorious for not their own IPs they made,
Yeah.
and like because like Mario RPG
I'm just like surprised.
and
I feel
that
like
one.
it can't. Nintendo certainly could do something. Like name your price. I'll just money.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
Market it to hell. The prequel to the Xenoblade games.
Like there's no reason why Nintendo wouldn't want to do it. I feel, but I don't know. I don't know. It's Nintendo. We can't figure this out.
That's my prediction. Xenoblade 3
We're gonna go in a circle. So
round robin.
Europe. You got anything?
We will get. Hopefully, Battle Network Collection, please.
So I
Not
think
gonna
it's gonna happen. I think
I like
holiday
Pokemon Company.
2022. We will at least get it.
If it's fucking holiday 2022.
I think okay.
I
I'm
will
gonna
actually
rephrase it.
be-
I'm gonna rephrase it. I think
so mad.
by 2022
yeah, that's the whole year, dude.
we will get it.
That's
by
I think-
holiday 2022.
I think it's going to be split
Yeah, I would
into
hope
two
so.
full-priced games, one of which will come out
Ooh,
in July.
I
and the
agree
other
with.
one will come out
I
in
think it will be
November.
just as much. I think it will be two. I think it will be. I think it will be as much as however much the collection
for X.
for collections of X and one.
Yeah, there were 30 each.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I
yeah,
think
so I think
it's
that's
gonna be
what they're
30
gonna
each.
That would be Omega cringe. They probably will.
Because they can sell two
Come on.
games.
Yeah, but it's like Battle.net has 6 games. Not
Yeah,
even.
so they're gonna
so it'd be
one, two,
3 and
three.
3.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because at least the other one had 4 and 4.
Yeah, but the thing is, everyone knows they do two now, so they're going to be like, oh.
But here's the thing: they didn't do that. They did not do that with Zero.
Yeah.
Zero had
4
6 games.
Oh, 6.
So 4 Zero games and 2 ZX games.
True, so maybe one battle.
And those are 2 different series.
Oh, maybe
Wait, isn't
maybe
there-
3, and isn't there like another thing
Yeah,
that's not
the
Battle
Star
Network?
Force.
Star
Star
Force.
Force.
Isn't there
that's
2
all,
of them?
That's what they'll do.
There's 3 Star Force games.
So
and
then-
6 Battle. That's 9 in total.
So what it's gonna be is there's gonna be maybe 1 and 2 in one, or 2 and 3 in another.
Yeah, people like thought, oh, like maybe they'll split it up, like I don't know. Like I don't think that they're gonna combine Star Force with Battle Network.
I think they
you know
will.
what I bet you they
Because
do
don't they
first?
play similar? No. Okay. Never
You know what I bet
mind.
happens? They do Star Force first because there's only.
There's no
30.
shot. Battle Network is the more popular and the more loved brother of the two. There's no shot. The Star Force only sold. People who bought Star Force were like,
They'll make another Battle
So-
Network.
yeah. They're like, oh, I like Battle Network. I guess I'll play this.
So your prediction is Battle Network Collection?
Yeah. Star Force need to me I think they should combine Star Force and Battle Network because Star Force, as much as I love it, needs Battle Network to sell. It needs it. So who's gonna buy it? I don't know. It's gonna be tough. It's a tough
Yeah.
sell. It's well, we'll see how it goes. I hope at least we get that. I'm not expecting anything else. I don't know.
My prediction, because
I've been looking
I
forward
want
to
to talk about something. I want to talk about a company neither one of you talked about, so I don't want to go with my Capcom prediction. I'm going to go Microsoft. I'm not going to predict that they're going to... I think they are going to buy stuff, but I don't think it's going to be the things that I personally think they're going to buy. I think it's going to be more like either an indie studio or like maybe EA, if they do, but I don't think that's
Buying EA
happening.
doesn't seem like a good idea. They have an awful reputation. It doesn't seem.
They should do it as a power move anyway.
No, that was my thought. I think they're going to do something as a power move. I just don't know. But I don't think it's going to be something like a big company in Japan.
No.
Like I think they're trying to push. What I think it's going to be something... I think it's either going to be Ubisoft because they believe in the Game Pass stuff, or EA, or maybe they just outright buy Stadia. Or like Stadia as a service. But
Stadia is owned by Google. There's no shot. Google's like,
No.
who do you think you are? I'm Google. Fuck you.
no, you're right.
I have like
Trying
10x
to
the amount of
think,
money
like-
you do.
Oh! I know what they're going to do. They're going to buy the Cuphead studio.
Maybe.
I think that because like once they finish their DLC, I think they're gonna be like, okay, you've shown you've done a full game. We partnered with you before. We're gonna buy you, so that way like you come to our stuff, and like maybe you'll go the Switch.
They already do, but yeah.
But that's not my prediction with them. It's technically a Bethesda prediction, because I want to talk about Starfield. I think Starfield is gonna be okay, and what I mean by that is it's not gonna be good. It's not going to be bad.
It's just okay.
It's going to be mid.
See, I'm shocked you didn't say amazing because
No.
we've only seen
No, we've seen
trailers.
We've kind of seen gameplay,
That's why.
but
Oh, that explains
Yeah.
that.
We have.
kind
Yeah,
of.
well, actually, I didn't know we saw it either.
I don't remember the exacts of it, but to me, it seems like it's going to be what No Man's Sky is from everything that I've heard, and I'm just not a fan of that. Like, I just think Outer Worlds, or is it Outer Worlds? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
I just think Outer Worlds does space better.
Yeah.
So, that's just my opinion.
Outer Worlds is also getting a sequel.
It is. Which I think will be significantly better.
It came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
When?
Like 2-3 years ago.
Check your...
What?
Do you guys have anything to say about my Starfield prediction?
No.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna get a sequel and it's gonna get overshadowed by Elder Scrolls 6 and they'll never make Starfield again.
I agree. It just seems like one of those games. It seems like it's either like a Dishonored or an Evil Within where it might get a sequel, but like...
I love how this says official gameplay demo and I just watched the 2 of its trailers.
You're up.
I already made a prediction.
No, we're
Oh.
just making predictions.
Oh. I have to make more than one?
That's-
Do you want
that's
to? Do you
crazy.
want to not make more than one? You just want me to?
Sure, but... Fuck. I predict they're going to remake... Roy's game. No, Ike's game.
Okay.
That's not a bad one, yeah.
So I disagree with you because I think it's genealogy.
Nah, they're gonna put that on the SNES thing, and they're gonna call it a day. Or they're gonna do what they did for the original one. They're gonna do that because they're like, we don't want to remake that one.
So
They're gonna remake. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna then again, they remade 2.
the thing is they've remade 1 and 3 and then remade 2. I think it makes sense to remake both. I think one comes out this year, one comes out in a couple of years.
I would rather them just do them both at the same time.
But didn't they not do that for, or maybe one this year, one next, or one next year, one the year after?
No, I think they should.
Because didn't they do that for Shadow Dragon?
No, because Shadow Dragon is just its own game. It just has a sequel. Because Fire Emblem 5 is a side story to 4.
Oh, okay.
That's why. Because
Maybe you do both.
it's as long,
Oh, you probably do both.
but they're both only 10 chapters long. They're big they're big maps, but that's why they're only 10 chapters long.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's literally like it's a side story, takes place during the second half of 4.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, just do both. Because also another thing is like, Thracia is notoriously like very hard and not friendly to anyone.
Yeah.
Even Fire Emblem veterans, it's not very friendly to.
Yeah.
So you might not want to sell that alone. You might want to be like, it's the harder cousin than Genealogy, and Genealogy is yeah, that one makes more sense. I just don't think they're gonna do it. Just because it's intelligent systems. They're never intelligent.
I think they will, and I believe we're getting a Fire Emblem remake next year.
I hope so. I don't want a new one. I want a remake.
I don't think we're getting a new one. I think we are getting a remake. I just don't know, because you could be right. It could be Roy's game.
Oh, I have a bad idea what they're gonna do.
But I think it's 4 and 5. But you go.
I don't want them to do this. Remake 3 again.
I don't think they will.
Yeah, but the thing is, 3 is not... The remake for 3 is also not in America.
I think what they're... Okay,
Mr.
that...
Emblem.
I think what they're going to do is they might re-release that one
Yeah, but...
on the NES stuff. But
Hopefully they do that.
But I think it's 4 and 5. Because
I-
I've heard... Because the thing is like, whenever I hear things about, like, a Fire Emblem remake, it's either always a GBA game or Genealogy.
The only reason I say...
Never hear anything about 3.
Yeah, well, it's because it's already got remade and
Yeah.
people don't really care to play Marth's game again. But another thing, too, is they... Obviously, it was a mistake, but they, years ago, they held a panel for, like, Fire Emblem, and it was hosted by, Ike's voice actor. I can't remember for which language. But, on the docket list, they fucked up because they were supposed to write talking about Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia, and they wrote Fire Emblem Echoes Path of Radiance.
How?
And everyone was like,
That's so
Ike's
funny.
voice actor's hosting! They're totally announcing the remake to Path of Radiance! And they never
so
did.
funny.
Yeah.
And then they did confirm they did cancel a 3DS remake for something. Because of, Three Houses. So that means they were doing something. And
I think it's genealogy.
I want it to be genealogy, but it is funny that like
So
technically we still have 3, 4, 5, and 6 to remake. It's the series in
technically 3, but 3 is just not made in America. I think what they're going to do is they're just going to.
Well, I mean like remake to like for the West, because the West only has 1, 2, and then everything after 6.
I think they're going to do what they did with the timed exclusive.
No, we don't have. We don't have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 12.
Yeah.
Which is the remake of 3. So remakes are numbered games.
Which is interesting. Neil, you have anything to say on that?
I don't know.
Do you think we're getting anything Fire Emblem?
I think we're gonna get a new Fire Emblem,
a remake,
a Fire Emblem game.
Or
I think I would prefer a remake.
Or do you think we're getting a new one?
As much as I would prefer a remake,
I feel like it's still too new for them to kick Three Houses away.
it came out 20.
And people
19,
love 3
19.
Houses. I
It's
just
only
don't.
3 years.
True. So probably that then. It's just what game. I think it's Ike's. I think like because he's literally he's like the most popular. Lord.
Yeah, he's like
That was the other thing that I've been hearing.
his
All
games
3 of
also
our
did not
predictions.
sell well.
Yeah, like, for
Yeah.
me, if it's not him, then I would just who.
So
I would also, by the way, just randomly, I would love a port, at least a port of Shadows of Valentia, but
Oh, that'd be goated.
I'd be
would
so
too.
hyped. I would love to play it on not my computer.
If you want, I can loan you my 3DS in it.
Oh,
Because I have it.
Good, yeah.
that'd be hype actually. When I get through some of my other games, then.
I still have to. I'm on literally I'm at 3/4 of the way done with the game.
Oh really? I thought you beat it.
No, I tried last year and I got stuck on another dungeon. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
dude, dungeon crawling, that game sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not super far in it, so like I've only experienced like one maybe. And like some of the like fighting like hordes of fucking enemies that are just on like a flat screen
Dude,
just gets so.
There's one mission, Neil,
annoying.
where you have to climb 5 floors where you just keep doing that, and then you have to fight a map with the everything you fought plus a boss, and then by then you're too tired. All your units are like half dead.
Yeah, that's cringe. Cause like
It's long.
I love what Shadow of Valentia does for the series. I think it's like the things that it does in that game are like I wish all Fighting Emblem games did this.
Yeah, it's
Like
so good.
having a smaller core cast of
The
characters.
supports are godlike.
The supports are really,
designs
really
are
good.
amazing.
The great
The
designs.
characters are just written well.
Like that's what I want from Fire Emblem games, and like, see, I want that. That's what I want.
Oh yeah, yeah. Also, I would like not creative characters.
That's what I'm saying.
Same, yeah.
Having like actually
No
good
Byleth, no
characters.
Corrin. Robin is the only exception.
I want
Is
Shadow of
Robin
Valentia.
technically a secondary character because
Yeah,
it's Crom?
that's why. Because Robin's not the main character.
Yeah, like literally Three Houses takes literally the only thing that I was like, all right, whatever. From Shadow of Valentia was just like the no weapon triangle. I'm like, cool. That's not what I don't want that.
Like
though.
that's not what I
want-
asked for.
Yeah, I want like
Yeah.
It's like
quality writing.
it's like we took stuff from Genealogy and Shadows of Valentia, and then we also sometimes took the writing quality of like Fates.
and bland character here.
It's just like Three Houses. It's like its good characters are so good. They're like up there. In,
They're
the
like-
But then you also have
Yeah.
Byleth.
Yeah, but then there's no middle ground. They're either
There's no
really
middle
good
ground.
or they suck. Like
just suck.
Dimitri, Edelgard,
So I would say-
Lysithea, they're
so-
all great.
So I would say goated tier characters, the bad characters, Byleth.
You know, like there are okay characters. It's literally just good characters and then trope.
Good characters, trope, not a character.
Yeah, fucking Byleth legitimately does not.
He's
do
not.
anything. So
I think we're good with Fire Emblem, right?
Yeah, what's your prediction, Neil?
Next prediction. John.
Let's see. I think we will get. I think we're gonna get some kind of East type game.
A string
I
type
think.
game.
I think it's. I want a new East versus East segment. That's what I want. But I do think we'll get some kind of East remake
I think they're going to be remasters.
or a remaster. I don't
Of
know.
all
There's
of
nothing
them?
left to remaster that wouldn't look like dog shit. Well, actually, no. There's E7. True. Okay,
No, but I think
that's-
it's just going to be
I forgot about
1 through
E7.
7 just on actual consoles.
They're not gonna do that. They're gonna do one game. And
It's probably E7.
Because they just did
6.
No. They just did like a Kiseki PSP game.
Yeah.
And whatever. So like clearly they're on the PSP right now. Yeah, we're getting E7.
Alright.
In Japan, we're not getting it.
It's true. It's true. So my next prediction. I think Sony's gonna announce a game that's gonna be like announce. It's gonna come out that year, and it's gonna be okay.
Sony making a game in 1 year? Ooh,
Like,
that's big.
I don't know how to word it. Like, I think they're gonna announce something like a Returnal, or like something that's made by a third party, but it's really theirs, and it's gonna be okay. Like, I think they're because we have God of War and what's the other Horizon coming out, and I think those games are gonna be improvements of the first ones.
Naturally. You'd
I would hope
so.
so.
Sequel.
Yeah, I would hope so.
And I think we've seen gameplay of both. I think. Did we see gameplay for God of War Ragnarok?
Couldn't tell you.
I don't remember I think the trailer did show it, and it just looks like the same game.
I was gonna say, I wouldn't bet serious money that it's different.
I just think, like, they said it's gonna be a duology. I think it's gonna be good. I think they move on to Egyptian stuff after this, and it's gonna be like 5 years from now. But I don't think they announce anything that's gonna be super good. I think their state of plays are just gonna announce mid-tier things.
Yeah.
They might show gameplay of Spider-Man, but that depends on how well it is in development.
The only thing that I have a hard time believing, not in a year. Sony. I could not.
Not a Sony game. It's a Sony game, meaning it's on
I still don't trust it. Spider-Man's not a Sony game. That's Insomniac.
Not like... Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima Sucker Punch.
You're right.
God of War isn't even them.
And we don't get any new announcements of any of their other franchises. Like, we're not going to get anything for Ghost. We're not going to get anything for Spike.
Fucking Days Gone took 2 years.
That's right.
Like, what? Actually,
We're gonna get...
thinking, like, what is it with Sony?
Yeah.
No, because they want... You know why? Because they're big enough that they can ride a year of shareholders going, yeah, that'll be good next year.
You're right. You know what, though? You're definitely
You're right.
You're right.
That's why whenever a Sony game comes out, you go, man, in 2 years, that's going to be cool.
It's going to be so
Unless
good,
your
I
Days
swear.
Gone.
Yeah, true.
Something I think they announce for the year after or something. I think because they're going to announce something. I think the thing they announce is another Sackboy game that will come out not next year.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Oh dear, I need to do another.
Or do you guys just want me to rattle on and you guys want?
How many do you have?
So I can just rattle on about things because like there are different franchises, but I have stuff.
I honestly... Alright, I'm just gonna lightning fast the ones in my brain. Real quick. The Sonic game's gonna be bad. Elder Scrolls 6 isn't gonna come out next year.
That's fair.
Legend of Zelda is gonna come out at the end of the year. We're not gonna get a new Mario Kart game. Then we're gonna Devil May Cry 6, my out there prediction, and then we're gonna get a port of Chaos Head Noah.
Oh, true.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
Japan's getting it. Yeah, that's
cool. The only one I disagree with you on is the Sonic one. I hope it'll be good, but hope is bad. Hope is poison. It is.
And also, listen, I'm not a betting man. But even a blind man can see that it's not looking good. Like, their track record.
The track record's bad, but they're trying something new.
They've tried something new every time, and this is what has happened.
I would disagree with you.
Lost World is new, and it's... Boom is new, and it's terrible. Forces is the only thing they're like, let's go back to form, and they couldn't even do that right.
No.
Mania is the only thing that's good, and they don't even make it. That's a bunch of fans who make it.
Lost World copied Sonic Galaxy, or not Sonic Galaxy, Super Mario
That's
Galaxy.
what Lost World is. And they didn't even
Forces
do it well.
copied Generations and just carried the Wisps over and was just super short.
It's not
And Boom,
is bad.
Boom's just a disaster.
Yeah.
And that was actually trying something really, really new.
Yeah.
But this is more like...
Dude, Sonic can't even make... They can't... Alright.
The hope is it has good level design like Daytime Unleashed.
I guarantee you their open world is gonna 95% of the time be a Metroidvania. I guarantee, because that's my thing, is like, yeah, their games are good, but let's all look at the games we love, and there's always something. Sonic Colors, if you don't like Wisps, there's that, and also 90% of the time it's a 2D platformer. Generations is good, and half of it's a 2D platformer.
It's true. But I think it's a game, and this is maybe the Sonic fan in me. Let's just see what it is, and...
Hey, if it's good, it's good. I won't deny it, but I'm just like, it's gonna be bad. It's not gonna be good enough.
Do you think Elder Scrolls gets something? At all?
It gets a verbal confirmation that it still exists.
So what we had this year?
Correct.
And then I don't
Wait,
remember...
we had one this year?
Yeah, because they had to say it like after the merger went through and through.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do like an E3, like, we are excited that Elder Scrolls 6 is ramping up production, and then everyone's gonna go, wow!
They
and
did
they're gonna lose their fucking mind, and the minute they see the gameplay for the first time, they're gonna go, it sucks. They ruined it. I'm so excited. Bethesda fans are so fucking predictable, because all you have to do is predict the thing that a normal person wouldn't do. Because when Fallout 76 got announced that they were like, yeah, there's NPCs, they cheered. And then when they announced there was multiplayer for Doom Eternal, it got middling results.
God, that's
no one plays Bethesda games for
funny.
multiplayer. Unless you're all ESO.
No, Doom 1 had, like, very, like, famously, like, it's fun multiplayer.
Really?
And also, it's Doom Eternal, so it's like, what is so bad about... Oh, and another thing, Doom got announced that you could play it on their phone, and they fucking cheered like it was the end of days.
That's funny.
So it's like the multiplayer will not affect how good or bad the main game is, which is what you're there for. So it should be like hey, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck, because if this game's really fun and plays good, you have a fun multiplayer. Fallout 76 sucks, and they cheered for it. They were like, yeah, it's gonna suck differently.
It's gonna suck differently.
And then for Doom, they were like, and it's like, they announced it today. You guys should be, they should be like, we're announcing Doom toilet paper. You could be like, I'm convinced you could sell Bethesda fans a coffee mug for $300, and they'd be like, you don't understand, guys, it's got the Vault Boy on it.
That's funny.
I spent $300 on a pre-order. Are you gonna suck my dick now, Todd Howard?
I don't remember what else you said. Although I remember the Mario Kart thing, I just agree with you. I don't have anything else. I just think that they're just gonna ride 8's coattails still, because it's not selling.
That's pretty much it. I have no more predictions.
Neil, you got anything? Or you just want me to rattle?
You can go on.
Mario Odyssey 2 will come out and be announced.
Cool.
Because I think Nintendo's just going to show the fuck up next year. Except with Metroid Prime 4, I don't think that's coming out. I think, if anything, we get a cinematic trailer, like how Bayo got at 2017's.
Do you think we're going to get the Prime Trilogy?
No, because I think the leaks for Prime Remake is real.
Oh, interesting.
I think that's real.
There's like two like main leaks or like prediction. It's the trilogy and then like the remake.
No, I think it's. I think because there was a leak that came out that they couldn't do Prime Trilogy because they lost the code for it.
I don't know.
And I believe that and I believe they decided, well, and I think they could obviously find it, but they're not going to do that. So I think it's just going to be Prime Remake. I believe that.
There's also been dozens and dozens of leaks of like Prime Trilogy's coming. That game has been coming since like 2018.
You know when that game's been coming? Almost as long as Pikmin 4.
Which is almost why I don't believe it anymore.
So it's like I feel.
So
like,
I think the Prime Remake is real.
But that makes me like want to believe it more, just because it's been like Like, it's been ready.
I know.
It's been
Eventually,
ready.
you know, if you
And
say it
it's-
every year, eventually you will be
That's
right.
what, yeah.
All right, so we'll count that as your prediction. I think it's a remake. I think it's Prime remake, and
I think you can go either way.
and I think that's going to be announced, and Prime 4 cinematic trailer will be shown off, and it will be 2023 because I think everything else is pretty much coming out in 2022, other than Zelda. Yeah.
I have one more prediction. Pikmin 4 will get nothing.
Oh, no.
Nothing.
I
No
agree
verbal
with you.
confirmation.
I agree with you. If it happens, I guess that's hype, but I don't
You're-
like Pikmin, so it's whatever.
You remember the rumors that they're like, guys, Pikmin 4 isn't out yet because it's coming out on the NX.
Nope.
I remember that, yeah.
Well, that wasn't a
That's right.
rumor. That was literally he said it's coming out on the NX.
Sure. It's a rumor. It's right. The next thing, it's coming out on the next. It's coming out on the NX2.
So I just want to go back to my prediction about Odyssey 2. I don't know if Odyssey 2 is going to be the same game that was leaked because again that was a survey that just had the thing that was right about Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah.
So it could be a completely different concept that the guy just didn't have.
I think they just release it and call it Switcheroo, like everyone thought it was going to be called the first time. And they just go whole hog with it. They're like, yeah, it's a gimmicky 3D game.
Yeah, and I think that's going to come out in holiday because my prediction with Zelda Breath of the Wild is it's delayed again until 2023. Early 2023.
I don't know. I think
and it will come out
next
6 years
After Breath of the Wild.
after Breath of the Wild.
Exact same.
Literally the same day.
That's kind of inexcusable, right? Because with Breath of the Wild, they had to build the whole game from scratch. They don't have to do that with 2.
Breath of the Wild's fucking
The thing,
cursed.
the thing that I've seen, right, is like they're trying to do these game mechanics, and after working on like game stuff myself and looking at what they're trying to do,
It's also because like
it's gonna take them over. It could
Yeah,
take
but
them a bit more.
they did it already.
They
I
have
know.
millions of literally all the physics are there. That's the hard part. They don't have to do that stuff anymore.
They just have to put
They just need
blocks
a new
around it.
story and
No, what I'm
locations.
talking about is new gameplay mechanics. This is completely different from.
I know, like there is like some new stuff we can see, but like,
And I
Nintendo's
don't
got the money to
like the
throw
thing
at
they
wall.
do, but the thing is like it's time.
I agree, but it's been like
And it's
5
been like, and we had
That's crazy.
we had COVID, we had like other stuff. I just think it's gonna come out 6 years after Breath of the Wild.
Maybe. I don't
And
know.
I think that's your early release. In your holiday release is Metroid Prime 4.
I don't know,
What day did it come? March 3rd?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a good feeling. I think it will come out next year, but
I remember I like look back
No
and
matter
it's
what,
like,
Jack gets a free copy from me, so doesn't
in
matter.
10 years.
10 years, whenever it comes out.
It's so you know what's crazy? You know what's actually fucking ridiculous? Do you want to know the last time we had a stint this long between mainline Zelda games?
Skyward Sword, the Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Which
For
was
the same
6 years.
game.
6 years.
God,
That's like if Majora's
damn
Mask
it.
took 6 years.
So I think,
You'd
and it's gonna be
what?
close. Think about this. It's
What?
gonna be at least close to 6 years, anyways, if it comes out holiday next year.
yeah.
It's still
Which
like,
is either gonna be holiday next year or early
See,
2023.
My thing with that game is that it's a Zelda game, but the problem is usually Zelda games don't look like the previous ones. So that's how the Zelda track works. You're
Yeah.
like, oh my god, it's new, it's
It's a
nice.
radically new
But
game.
that's why Majora's Mask was like, when it first came out, because it was Ocarina of Time, and they could be like, Ocarina of Time was
And
better.
I
And
think
this, I'm sure it'll do well and get praise, but I'm sure. Because remember, there was like, it was almost like a fucking embargo saying something bad about Breath of the Wild for a long time. But I'm pretty sure you're going to get at most a month before videos come out going, Breath of the Wild 2 is an inherently flawed game. And then like everyone's going to be comfortable with that.
And I think, yes. And I think what it is I think next year, because we always get a Zelda game every year, I think the next year's game, and this is going to be weird because it's been 2 years since Link's Awakening. I think it's going to be Oracle remakes.
That'd be cool.
From the same studio.
Well, you know, it'd be cool if they made the third one they wanted to make.
That'd be
Oracle
cool.
of Time.
That'd be cool. If that was the addition of it, that'd be cool.
Yeah, or like, what if they just combine all 3 into one?
Well, that's what I think they're gonna. It's gonna be like it's not. You're not gonna buy one and buy the other. It's gonna be either together with the third one or otherwise.
Though technically you did have to buy both or know someone who had the other one to get the true ending.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy.
And I think that
Hey, Pokemon.
either that or they're just going to be like, we don't have Breath of the Wild 2 coming out this year. It's been delayed, but you can enjoy Wind Waker and Twilight Princess.
That'd be cool. Oh, imagine they remake Minish Cap. People like that.
I would love that, but you have to get Capcom's approval.
Yeah, you have to.
Didn't they
for
also
Oracle
do,
Ages and
Yeah,
Seasons.
they also did Oracle. The
Oh,
Oracle.
never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I figured if they could do it for
Down. Metroid I mentioned. That Donkey Kong game, if Odyssey 2
What
is coming out, there was
I mean if
It's not real.
joke.
if that actually is real by the Odyssey, I think they're making Odyssey 2. I don't think it's Donkey Kong. I think what it is Donkey Kong will be in
That's what I think.
Odyssey 2.
I think
And
they
that's
accidentally found
believable.
Odyssey 2 and they were like, it's Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
But they only found the shot of Diddy Kong and DK.
Yeah.
And that's what I think it is. Anything else? Bayonetta will. I think the new Bayonetta will be like No More Heroes 3, which we didn't talk about, but I don't want to talk about it anyways because it was okay.
Yeah, does Suda51 even want to talk about No More
I
Heroes
don't
3?
know. And I think it just looks super flawed. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be like that where it's not but I think it's gonna be better than it. I think it's not gonna be as good as 1 and 2. But it will be fine. It'll be passable, but I think like people are going to be too overhyped and be like, this is okay. I think that anything else with Platinum, I don't think they're going to have anything else really. I think it's just going to be Bayo 3.
I want a Mario fighting game.
That'd be cool.
Smash.
Oh.
Those exist.
No, but like it's gonna be like 3D Arena.
3D.
Because like everyone tries to make the new Mario Sport game
The-
competitive, and then a week later everyone's like, that was
Yes.
fucking stupid.
The Kirby game is going to be the best.
yeah.
The best. It will be known as the best Kirby game in years. They're going to come out with a sequel to it in the next 3 or 4 years.
Whoa. This is a prediction for 2020.
Hold on. Yeah, I know.
2022.
I know, but I have to,
Jason?
and I know, and people are going to say that it's super flawed because it's just another. It's just, and it's going to be like
Alright.
you played a 3D Kirby game, you've played them all.
I'm gonna predict that it's gonna come out and it's gonna take less than an hour for an article to come out and go, it's good, but not $60 good.
I bet that's the case.
Oh my god, that.
Is there any? Oh,
I also predict that you will say it's worth $40.
I bet I will. Because it's going to be
It
worth
will
a
like,
3DS game.
it is really, it's good, but like I don't know if it's worth $6.
You're right.
You're gonna say that about the Zelda game.
Oh
Me?
It's not $60. Prime 4 will come out and it's not worth $60 because for the fucking wait, yeah, I think it was.
I don't know, man. Let's just wait and see what
Probably
we
better
all
be
say.
fucking good, dude.
I hope
Prime's
so.
not coming out. We are dying before Prime 4 comes out.
Oh my god.
Let's admit that to
we
ourselves.
talked about the Xenoblade, we talked about Fire Emblem. Splatoon.
Oh yeah.
Splatoon 3 will be good.
It'll be another Splatoon game.
There you go. Oh, I predict Pokemon Generation 9
Oh, God.
does not get announced for this year.
That's my I'm the opposite. That was the other thing. I think Generation 9 is going to be announced next year, and it will. I think that's going to suck.
But think about the timeline for that, right? Arceus comes out in January, and then in February they're like Gen 9 now. It's like, mind you, only 2
Can you
months
guys
ago.
talk about talk about Generation 9 while I pee?
My thing is, I think, now listen, so here's the thing, no one's ever in their life accused Game Freak of this. I think they have restraint.
Because it's like, okay, BSP 2 months.
Arceus
and then a month
one
right
later.
after, they're like, Gen 9.
Bang him out.
Like, bro, come on.
No, my thing is, because also don't forget, in 2015, there
That's
was no mainline
crazy.
Pokemon game. There was a Mystery Dungeon game that everyone didn't like.
Yeah. Also,
Super Mystery Dungeon.
it's already quarter day.
Oh, wait, no.
You should get food.
No, DX was the remake. But, I think they're going to realize we just made one. Maybe, and I think
my
what they're
God.
going to do is they're going to get one of their side hosts to be like, hey,
Please.
for next January, can you make a side game? That way we can take this holiday off. And then next holiday,
Yeah.
Gen 9.
Because like what I think it's next year will be a Pokemon side game, and then in February of the next year they're gonna announce Gen 9, and then later that year we'll get Gen 9.
Yep.
But we'll
Conquest
see.
2?
Conquest 2. That'd be huge.
That'd be cool.
That'd be
I guarantee. Oh no, they're gonna bring back Ranger. You know they're gonna.
Ranger would be cool, but I just don't know how the gameplay would work when the whole thing was making circles on
the Joy-Con.
That I don't know, but like
they'll be like, it's cool, right? And he'll be like, no, it's not.
No,
it's
it'll be
really
the
not
fucking.
cool.
It'll be this. Your wrist is going to shatter.
Imagine catching the legendaries.
You're gonna fucking like
switch with me.
And the problem, right, is if you use the stick, you'll get fucking carpal tunnel trying to do this. Because
Someone's gonna make a machine to do it.
yeah, because if you've played a fucking Pokemon Ranger game, you know that you have to. This is crazy.
All right, recap me on what you guys talked about.
We said that in 2022, Arceus is going to come out, and then later in the year it'll be a side game to keep Pokemon a holiday title. Because in 2015 they did that; they didn't have a mainline game; they had a mystery dungeon game. And then 2016 next year is the main one. So that way, in February of 2023, they can announce Gen 9 and release it for holiday 2023. And then we said it would be cool for Conquest 2. Then we joked that it was going to be Ranger. Neil brought up the point, how the fuck does Ranger work? I said, Pokemon's stupid. They'll make you use the dumb Joy-Con. And then we joked about how you're going to have to do this for 30 minutes when you catch Legendary.
Why did we never... Hold up. Can I just say it's a miracle that we didn't get that with the Wii?
Oh my god,
you're
right.
That's because it was a DS thing, and the DS was around with the Wii.
It's true.
So
But they could have made the DS one, the original,
yeah.
and then they made it for the Wii.
Maybe, yeah, true.
Because they did the same thing with Mystery Dungeon. There's a Mystery Dungeon on the Wii.
I am shocked.
There is?
There's 3.
There's
what? No.
There's not a mystery dungeon.
Well, it's the same
I'm
game.
calling bullshit.
What are you talking
Bullshit
about?
has been called.
Look under Generation 4. It was a WiiWare title.
Oh, fucking WiiWare title.
Oh my god.
Was it like a full Mystery Dungeon game, or was it just fucking Dungeon Crawler, you know?
No, it was a
had
full-on...
full story and everything, really?
Adventure Team?
Yep. That's real.
Series are 3 role-playing games.
What?
I hate
Never question me about my Pokemon knowledge again, because...
See, the problem is the fucking WiiWare game. That's why. How the fuck... I can't be expected to know about WiiWare games.
Never question...
I'm gonna question it all the time now.
That doesn't
Never.
count. That doesn't count.
Never.
I agree.
I don't count. We
concur.
don't count WiiWare games.
Okay. Anyways.
Do you count Rumble?
Honest, is that a Pokemon game? No.
It's a side game.
It's not a... That's a fucking... Alright.
They made like 3 other ones based off of it.
I don't count Unite. I'm like, that's League.
Well, the thing
It's a
is
side
that
game.
what is terrible
By the
is
logic you're
Pokemon
going
side
by.
games have just become their phone games because of Go's what do you call it? Because of Go's popularity.
They put out.
Remake Explorers of Darkness in Time.
That'd be cool.
That
They
would
should.
be high.
Did you ever know
Okay.
the reason Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team, they're looking up and down, is because one is a DS game and the other's a GBA game, and they're looking through the DS at each other.
Oh.
So
That's cool.
that's cool.
That's
So
cool, actually.
I'm gonna predict Gen 9 because I don't think Game Freak is smart because it's your IS prediction,
Yeah,
right?
but it's also like, I don't think they want to do more work for nothing, because they're making Arceus.
Yeah, like, if it wasn't
Ilka
them,
made if Ilka was making Arceus and they made BDST, I'd be like 100% Gen 9's coming next year, but they're making Arceus.
Well, I think what happened was originally they were supposed to come out a couple of months beforehand, and I think Arceus was supposed to be a holiday title, but it got delayed to 2022.
but then even then, right? It's like just from a marketing perspective, it seems so.
And I think BDSP was supposed to come out a couple
it
of months
seems so
before.
logical to put out a game and then a month later announce a new game. Right? And if you don't announce it in February, if you announce it like June or something, it's like that's only a few months away from release.
I think
that can't work either.
And
I
especially
think
like
they're
for,
going to announce it in February.
Oh, I agree that they would have it announced in February, but if they do that, Arceus
but
just
like the thing
came
is,
out,
like
and
for
that's ridiculous.
BDSP and Arceus, it's like one's a remake of a game you all know and love, and one's a new thing. Like for example, Xenoblade. In the same year, they released the port for the 3DS and X. But the thing is, one's a port of a game you've already played, one's the new one, so you're comfortable with it. You don't have to buy either of them. You can buy one or either or both. But and same with Diamond and Pearl. You know, hey, it's a remake of games you already know. Legend of Arceus, it's something new. It's a little jarring. Like if the roles were reversed and Arceus came out in November, and then BDSP came out, and they were like, all right, guys, I know you're enjoying the remakes, but a new game is coming. It's like that's more believable because that's not eating the new game's attention. But, you know, I'm sure they want the Legends games to do well. You know, if they do well, we're going to see a lot of them. They don't want to be like, hey, here's a new game in the mainline Pokemon series. A month later, we're announcing Gen 9, so forget about Legends of Arceus.
I want Okay. I see where you're coming from, and I think we are at an impasse. I just think we're going to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
But I think that... I just don't think they're smart enough to do that. And
if it's one thing they're good at, is business. They know how to make money. I'll give them
that's... Yeah, and that's why. Because they know that they're just going to make money off of it.
But it's like, I don't even think it's like...
And if they're going to
feasible
ever
to
make any significant changes to how they make Pokemon games, it's going to be for another console. It's not going to be for the Switch. Because they didn't... Because I truly believe they did not realize the Switch was just... They wanted... This is known fact. They wanted the Switch to flop.
Okay, but like, it doesn't matter. Like, who cares? That's what we're talking about. Present day.
No. This has to do with present day.
Yeah, but
This does. Sword and Shield looks like a 3DS game because of that. They just ported shit over. They did that, and I don't think Gen 9 is going to be any different. And I think that if we're going to see any real change, it's going to be with the next console, Gen 10. And I just think next year, you have it come out, it's going to suck. Move on with our lives.
I guess. I don't know.
So, yeah. And my other prediction with Pokemon, I think Arceus is going to sell well.
Okay, that's not a bold prediction. Every Pokemon game sells.
Because I think there's going to be an audience that they tap that aren't into Pokemon but have seen this game and want to try a new experience over that over something else, because I was listening to Spawnwave and him talk about that game.
Well, never mind. I just had a mini fucking heart attack. When are we supposed to hand in our textbooks?
I have no idea. I've never rented.
And interesting. I think that and he's mentioned that like he hasn't been too into Pokemon. He hasn't really gotten the new games. He like tried BDSP and they weren't really for him. But he said Arceus, like he wants to try Arceus because it looks like a game like he's interested in it. And I think it's going to tap into that audience that stopped playing because they grew out of Pokemon. And I think it's going to sell, like I think it's going to sell well. I think it's going to sell better than Let's Go. I don't think it's going to sell... I don't know if it's going to sell as well as BDSP, but I don't think it's going to surpass BDSP, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
If it sells close, or if it sells... It might sell just as well or close to. It will not sell as well. It will not sell better.
I have to call my mother.
Okay.
Forgot to ship my rental books back.
10 days late.
We'll just talk about Pokemon. And also, I want the games to be good. Because I'm kind of sick of them making regular Pokemon because they have shown me that they can't. They're trying this new thing. So I hope it's good. If it's not good, I'm never touching a Game Freak game again.
Well, here's my thing, right? Because at the end of the day, that's not a mainline Pokemon game, like traditional Pokemon.
But
even if it is good, they're not just going to switch over to this.
No.
Like, they're just going to make a normal Pokemon game.
No,
right?
but they might continue with it.
Yeah, but...
And that's my hope. And so when that gets announced, Pog. But when regular Game Freak is announced, I sail the 7 seas and I do what I did with BDSP.
I don't know, man. I don't care. Like, even if I do end up playing Arceus or whatever, I doubt it. But if I do something, the only thing I want a normal Pokemon. I just want a Pokemon. Like, I don't care about this. Like, this will never replace Pokemon for me.
I don't want it to replace it,
like,
but
I don't get my fix.
But I want it to be good so that way I have something to look forward to from Game Freak every few years.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'll play the same 5 Pokemon games over and over again. But I would like a new mainline Pokemon game. That's fine. Arceus is cool. I want it to be good.
And my thing is, I don't think we're getting that, and at least with Gen 9, I just think it's going to suck again.
Because here's the thing, too, right? It's like, if if they're gonna continue to develop like Legends games, let's call them, like that's just taking more development time from a mainline Pokemon game.
It's true.
It's like, why? At that point, just fuck this. Like, just do what you're already doing. Like, this is what? No, like, pick one. Don't do both because you can already barely make a Pokemon game. Don't start making a different game. This is easier. Arceus is harder to develop. So, come on. Also, that other one will sell more. It's easier to develop and.
I get it. I get it. I do. But I just don't have faith in them.
Like, at that point, give Arceus to someone. Like, give like Arceus, like Legends. Give Legends to someone else if you're gonna do that. If you're gonna continue the series or like the mini, the spin-off games, give it to someone.
You know
else.
who I would give it to?
Hmm?
Probably Bandai, because they've proven they can actually make like a fine side game.
They could do it, but you know, it would be tough because what we expect from like a game like Pokemon Snap compared to like a more mainline Pokemon game is like totally different. Like, yeah, obviously Snap looks really good and whatever, but they're working with a tiny fraction of the entire Pokedex. On top of that, they have the anime.
I don't think Arceus is that.
It's still it's using hundreds. Snap
So was Snap.
Not as many as Arceus is gonna have. Like,
I don't think so. I think they're going to be about the same.
I doubt it. And on top of that, again,
because what is it, like 200, 300 in Snap?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look into it. You just
it's probably like 100 something, like 150 or like 200 max probably. Like Gen 8 had like 400. That's like completely different. I imagine Arceus will have a similar amount, but to Gen 8, but I maybe not. I don't know, but like the thing with Snap.
With the August update, there's 234.
Okay, so but originally it was like lower than that, right? So it's probably 100 something, I imagine. Right. So like, sure, we can update because BSP tech. I mean, not BSP. The Gen 8 technically has way more because of the update, but without the update, just base game.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like having to only animate those on an on-rail shooter is like a billion times easier than what Game Freak has to do, where there's hundreds of moves, hundreds of Pokemon.
In like, August, they added 20.
Yeah, so
20 new mons.
So it's
that
like
means there was 200.
But yeah, so there's like 200, right?
So I think that's going to be about as much as we get in Arceus.
So animating 200 Pokemon on an on-rail shooter is a billion times easier than having to animate them in actual battles when they're doing hundreds of moves. Like, that's just not the same. You cannot compare them. That's absolutely ludicrous. That's not fair at all. That's literally apples to oranges. It's like, so, sure, I think Bandai Namco could do it, but the scale would have to be way smaller, and, I don't think it would look good it maybe would look as good, like fidelity-wise, but, like, animations, I don't know if they'll be, like, that.
I don't know either.
Wouldn't be godlike or anything, but.
And I think that...
It's hard. There's hundreds of moves.
I agree with you.
Hundreds of Pokemon. That's hard as fuck.
No one else has to do. Yeah, but I think, like, if you're gonna give it to someone, give it to somebody that you might trust.
Yeah, at least, like, because Bandai Namco have proven themselves, and, like, Nintendo has clearly a working relationship with them.
Yeah.
And, like, they could do it, because they have good people.
That's my thought.
Yeah. Bandai Namco would be probably their best bet. I mean, other than that, give it to someone in Nintendo. Be like, Monolith Soft, here you go, or something. I don't know.
But that would just delay them from making...
Exactly. I'm not saying that they should do that.
And they're probably going to be working on the next Zelda game.
Also Zelda, yeah.
Which is...
Imagine having to work on Zelda and Xenoblade at the same time.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
That's rough.
Almost like working on Arceus and Gen 9 at the same time.
Except, like, with like, that... They can, like, they don't have to, like... The level of quality that you have to reach with Zelda is like, that's rough.
I think that Monolith Soft...
You gotta push it.
Monolith Soft has a level of quality, though, with all their games.
Absolutely. I think, but when you look at it, if you look at Xenoblade Chronicles 2, like, that game's quality, like, it's just like a, actually on a lot of levels, does suffer. And I don't know if it's completely because of Zelda, but it certainly, it must have had some kind of effect. Everything good?
What?
Everything good? No.
No.
Yeah,
okay.
So.
We'll figure it. I hope you figure it out. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
Those are all of my Nintendo stuff. Capcom, they're gonna come out with something big. I think it's gonna be Resi 4 remake.
Yeah, that was the leak or whatever, so probably.
However, if Street Fighter 6 comes out, I wouldn't be shocked. Those are my two. I think they are gonna come out with. I don't think it's gonna be a new Mega Man. I just think it's gonna be Battle Network Collection.
Yeah,
Because
new Mega Man.
because it's not an if, it's more of a when. Because the team said, hey,
we've got stuff coming, but the thing is, right, is that,
Yeah,
that doesn't tell us much. It's like things like, what, is it just some anniversary shit? Like some goods? Like, what? Is it a game? Because they never said we have a game coming. They just said, we have stuff coming. It's like, okay, what? What other stuff? Because
of the other stuff that has come out, I just think we are getting it, and I think it is going to be next year. So I do think that, but I think it's going to accompany a bigger game from them.
I hope if they do it, but because people will be so mad.
And I don't think it's going to be two. I think if any, I think it's going to be either Resi or Street Fighter. I just don't know which of the two it is.
Yeah.
Because that's already being accompanied by Monster Hunter Rise Stormbreak. Sunbreak?
Sunbreak, I think it's Sunbreak.
Bandai comes out with shitty anime 3D Arena. Square. Oh, we get Final Fantasy 16 at the end of the year. And
announced.
Yeah, and then the other game, Strangers in Paradise. I think it's going to be a good game. I, however, believe him being Jack, whatever it is, will make some of it suffer. But I could be wrong. Just like him just being generic normal man, I think could have it suffer, but
maybe.
I don't know. Because people might not be interested in him. I'm gonna give the game a chance, or like a chance. By that I mean I'll see what everybody says about it, and then I'll play it or get it, depending on if I agree. In Fortnite, I think we're gonna get someone else big. Probably more MCU people, because they seem to be doing that. Because they just had Spider-Man.
I saw a funny thing. It was like Spider-Man. His swing is better in Fortnite than it is in the Avengers game.
It is
really?
Which it is. It is better in Fortnite. Which is fun.
It's funny. I think we're gonna get the other leaked characters that weren't in there apart from Samus. I do not think Samus will be showing up. Every other leaked character, because we've seen Naruto, I think at this point are going to show up.
That's still crazy. You just said that.
I don't think it's that crazy because it leaked last year.
No, but it's crazy. Okay, sure, but the fact that they put him in the game, I don't care if it got leaked or not. Like, it's crazy that you have fucking Naruto Uzumaki in Fortnite. Like, that's just... What the fuck is happening?
That's a good prediction.
This is the worst
That I have a prediction. I think Goku's going to be in it. That's my prediction.
No shot.
If we have the swinging animation, Luffy.
Bro, no shot Toei animation lets that happen. There's no chance in hell. Hell will freeze over twice before that happens. No.
So it'll freeze and then unfreeze.
And then it'll freeze.
Then freeze again.
And then maybe there's a chance. There's no way. There's no shot Toei says yes. No shot.
I think a better so that's fine. I think we're gonna get something Game of Thrones related. I could see Bugs Bunny. I think something like Warner Brothers, so I could see like Bugs Bunny or something. And I think that the South Park kids are gonna be in it. Cartman, Penny, Kyle, and Stan. Oh, and I think they're gonna add more streamers, and I think Ludwig is gonna be someone in it.
What?
Fortnite, because they already have Pokemon and Ninja, so I think they're gonna add more, and I think Ludwig is gonna be the next one. And he'll just be like, "Yeah, I'm just making money." Fuck. I mentioned Microsoft buying stuff. I mentioned Sony. Oh, Sony's gonna buy other studios too because they've been doing that.
Yeah.
Again, nothing like they're not gonna be as big as Microsoft's, If they did, it'd be crazy.
They don't have that kind of money.
They don't.
The Xbox got.
I think
Microsoft
everybody
money.
sees Sony as much bigger as they actually are.
Yeah.
Um,
You'd be surprised. I mean, like the PlayStation brand has helped them out so like it's literally their best selling sector. It's like
even though they hate video games.
it's rough. They need PlayStation. Like it's
They
not,
do.
Like they're not as big as people think. They don't have that kind of money.
Silk Song will still not come out, which is the Hollow Knight thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think GTA 6 is going to be announced next year. I don't know if it's going to come out. I think it's going to be announced. Something. Oh, and I think Yakuza 8 will be announced. I don't think it's going to come out. And I disagree with you. I think there's something to this Sonic game, but I don't know. Again, they've just been shit over 10 years, so what do I know? 15.
The non-return charge fee is if you just don't return them, right?
Hmm?
The non-return charge fee,
Yeah.
that's if you just never return them, right?
I imagine. Like
Okay.
I'm sure there's gonna be a late fee of like
Yeah.
yeah.
It's probably going to be expensive.
You guys got anything
I think
else?
it's like I don't even know what it is. You should just look at like what's
Alright.
the late fee per day.
Well, it doesn't... I don't know where to look for that.
Just like type it in Google
I think
for like.
I think
where'd you get
that's-
it from?
Or the bookstore.
Oh, it's from the bookstore. Okay, yeah.
I gotta end the video.
Okay. Next year will be whatever.
Yeah.
Just like every other year.
Pretty much. I think it's going to be better than most years. I think it's going to be like 2017.
That was a goated year.
It was. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.
Adios.
Uh,